got me singing in my head. It never gets old, guys. It never gets old. When I dream about you dancing. Hello, welcome. Sorry for the major com lag. We had some audio things and I had some audio things, and then I was like, oh my God. Wait, I have an SBTV community out there who's ready to hear and listen to us. We've got this, guys. So thank you for hanging in and being here. Hi, Goldie. Thank you for being the #1 mod of life. Oh, look at that. We can remove this one. Boop. There we go. Sammy, that should be better. So I just wanted to welcome everybody. Hi, Free Xenu Project. Hi, CZQ. We're here. So today I'm going to try to do this because trying is the first step. Just kidding. But I have my special friend, my beautiful friend, and a special friend or a special guest for this specific episode, because this is about the Int Ranch photos. We're going to be showing some photos and talking about photos of the Int Ranch and hopefully videos if we get to them. But we have a lot, so we'll just scramble through. There's going to be Int Ranch photos. And also, if we can get to it, I want to also relate some differences, as Sam, who I'll bring up now, was both at the Int Ranch and the Pack Ranch. And so he also has a concept of a few of the cadets that I'll be showing in the photos that are also Pack Ranchers that were once either Int Ranchers or, you know, vice versa. And we can connect some dots for everybody. Hi, Sam Francis. Welcome. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I feel like you're an LFM OG. I feel like you're an LFM TV, SPTV OG.
What's up?
Right? Cheers.
Yeah.
Are you settled?
Yeah, I'm just hoping I'm not having too many technical difficulties on my end, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
There's a little bit of a delay, but we can hear you really well. Like, okay. You know, the mouth's off a little bit. So maybe if you have anything open other than...
Yeah, I already tried that. I might take my headphones off and see if that works better, if that's cool.
You want to try really quick and see? Like if you just unplug them and see? Or
yeah,
I don't know. How is that?
I don't know if that's any better.
Talk. Let's see. Jiggada, jiggada, jiggada.
La, la, la.
It's a little, okay? Still a little delaying, but I think it's fine as long as we can, as long as we all understand that. Maybe it'll get a little bit better. Who knows?
Maybe if you take me off for a minute and I'll just try to suss it out, make sure there's nothing else up. But I thought I would do that. So.
Oh, sorry, Sammy. Yeah. What did you finish saying? What you were saying?
Oh no, I thought I already did that. So my apologies.
Wait, put the headphones back on. I want to see how that is really quick, just so we can really see. I think it's going to just have a delay. Maybe the Wi-Fi is a little slow where you are or something, or who knows. Right. Oh, whoa, that's a little loud there. Here, let me.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
worst comes to worst.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we might just have to do this another time, because last time I just, you know,
no, this is good.
So
Sam, this is good. Okay. We're totally fine. Let's not let the world try to interrupt what we're doing. Or AI technology.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's probably what's going on right now.
Yeah, they're like, let's interrupt this. Okay, so first, great. You're here. Thank you for being here, Sam. I would say that we will be. I told everybody you're the pack and the cadet. Let me just move this out of the way so I can get some pictures ready. But you know, the Int and the pack and the ranches, I would say, and you understand Clearwater Cadet Org and all of that.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, Sam is so perfect for this, and he was at the Int Ranch. So let's see when let's try to pull up, since we'll just know there's a little lag in the thing with you and me, but right now I can actually hear you very well. So whether your lips are a little off, at least we're getting the information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
Too bad.
No, it's fine. And it's not like the visual's not, you know, we can see you too. So people can use their ears and their intelligence and get it.
Yeah, I just know it's a little annoying, so.
Is it annoying for you?
No, not too much.
Okay, good. Then it's totally fine. Yeah, just relax and we're totally good. It's great. They're saying in the comments it's great. It's totally fine. Let's
Sweet.
do it.
Right.
Excellent. Okay, so now let's see if my other skills, Sam, you got your vapies or anything you need to just relax on?
No. I just got some edibles today, but I figured I'd wait until after.
You're like, wow.
Just in case. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay, cool. So let me try to do this. So they say I can go like this. So let's start off with, Sam, what do you think? We could start off with, let's just start off with some photos from the Int Ranch, right? So,
yeah.
Oh, what is this? I have one here. Yep. Okay, guys. So let me get my little presentation going here. Well, I always got to have some sort of weird accent.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. I got to present this. Okay, let's go. Present. Boom shakalaka. I think it's share screens. Good job, Lara Megan Anderson. Can y'all see that? Boom. So first, we have the first picture here. Do you see that, Sammy?
I see the worm chasing its tail. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
The worm's chasing. Oh, is that loading or something? That's so funny.
Yeah. Or it's like the serpent.
Okay, so I just wanted, that was a good little test run.
It just left. Okay, you were testing it? Sweet.
Yeah, perfect. So the other thing is in my, everybody, y'all just be patient. Thank you for watching. Y'all gonna, it's bound to, this is the photo I was trying to show you. So this is great. So now let's share. It's just we'll take a little bit of, and this is great. So when you're first driving to the Int Ranch, right? The first sign, I guess I could do this. The sign, the entrance is this one here. Do you see that, Sam?
Yes. Did you get my picture with the Canyon Oaks Ranch sign?
Yes, and I also have a bunch of, I have that photo, but a little further from the original. So I think I might have the original of the Pack Ranch one.
Okay, cool.
So that's
Sorry, just to clarify, the Canyon Oaks Ranch is the Pack Ranch,
Very good. Yes, please clarify anything randomly because I'm like, mogging and blogging and jogging. So you are totally my fun. Oh, I wonder if I could even do it kind of like this, Sam. No, or this. No.
Ooh, that's good.
This is what I meant. Okay. Oh, wait, what was this? No, Sammy, because then we can be talking about like that. We can, bam.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the entrance of, if you were driving, which you take a whole long, which maybe I'll find a video here, but you're driving from you're driving past the Indian reservation. You've gone through the Saboba Indian reservation. And you're through the whole windy road, which I'll show you in a photo. And this would be the front entrance of the Int Ranch as you're driving through. And some of these photos I've just gotten off of, the internet and Google, whatever. The pictures don't lie. Let's put it that way. So there's a difference between getting pictures off of Scientology's websites and where they try to make the Int Ranch look so beautiful and clean, and they have these videos of current members or people who are literally under the control or the control of Scientology because their parents and family members are in it. So even if they're not Scientologists whatsoever, they're still under the control of it because they can't speak out. They can't say what they want. It's going to offend their parents, or it's going to cause, bad ill will or whatever, right? So
Sometimes it's just, and also it's financially, like some people work for Scientology companies and they just don't dare you know, mess with that revenue stream. It's also the networking and mostly the family. Like that's the main thing.
Yeah, good call. So I would say those are three main things. Like, right? Did you say three? What was it? Was the family, the
networking, and
the
then
finances,
and the finances. Yeah,
right. And networking meaning like even your friends or people that are like, you know, like we say this all the time on SBTV. Scientology. No, like if you're a Scientologist, a small Scientology world. Like if you know one person, you kind of know like every other Scientologist too, somehow through somebody. And so that means with jobs and networking, that includes all that.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. So that's a really good point, Sammy. Thank you. Okay. So here we are at the Int Ranch. So this is what you would call, if you guys noticed, I put in the down below in the description, I was like, this is the Int Ranch, also known as Happy Valley, also known as Castile Canyons School, which you see there on the sign. And rarely, right, you would agree with me on this, Sam? Rarely do we actually use Castile Canyon School as calling the ranch that. We would just be calling it the ranch, the Int Ranch. Oh, are you going to the ranch? Oh, I'm from the Int Ranch. You wouldn't be like to a Gold Sap member, I'm from Castile Canyon School. But if you went to a field trip or you went to go see the Lion King, if you were ethical enough, then you were, and if somebody said, oh, what school are you guys all from? Because we would all be there in our little red shirts and khaki shorts with cussing.
I'm wearing mine right now.
I know. I was like, damn, Sam, I should have got my ranch shirt on. my red shirts and khaki shorts. Oh my God. But if we went on field trips, that's what we were also supposed to call them. We're not allowed to call it free time or, you know, UPSAT award. You know, it was called, when we're out, it's called a field trip because we wanted to match it like another school. So other schools would ask us. Remember when I wasn't allowed, I wasn't a good enough cadet to go to all the outings. But when I did, I just remember having no money and being like, can somebody please buy me candy or something? Why does everybody else have money? Yeah, that sucks. But they would, so the other kids from other schools were probably trying to maybe hang out with us or get to know us or something, but they could tell we were clearly like our own group, right? And also, before I get sidetracked, I'd also remember again judgmental as kids, being like, oh, they smell like perfume, oh, they're wogs, you know, they're people who are non-Scientologists. So again, as children and cadets, we think we're more uptone, we're superior, we're better spiritually, we chosen the right group to, you know, be here on this property. So we just feel already like, oh, we can't really associate with you. And we're not supposed to. You're not supposed to associate with wogs, right? You're supposed to keep your PR in, you know, and show them how happy and great you are so that when they did ask, or if they do ask, we're from Castile Canyon School. Oh, it's a private school, kind of, you know, like that. Oh, great. Okay. Never heard of it. Most of the time that I would hear Ann Weber like trying to describe it to somebody, and never heard of it.
Yeah. Tucked away, you know, like you had to go through the Indian reservation to get there.
Right. So, so full circle. So it takes, I would say, a good 10 minutes to get from like the beginning of the Indian reservation through the whole property to get to this front gate. And then if you look really close to the left, if you can, I wish I could zoom in. Can I? Let's see. Nope, I can't. Oh, is that camera? Is that zooming in? No, I don't want to mess up the image or whatever. Okay. But if you zoom in to the left, if you look, all y'all on your big screens.
Oh, the security code.
Yes. Things? You'll see a little black bar sitting there to your left, and you have to put a code in to get into the gate. And the left gate is the only gate that actually electronically opens. So it only allows one car in at one time and one car out. That's one thing that you have to manually open the other side if the electronic side is actually open. Anyways, so one thing I want to keep to because this is going to come up in little stories and stuff, is we had a school bus that was given to us. I'm sure we'll find out how, through somebody in the Treasury Department of Gold or whatever. but we were given this school bus and it made us look more official, like a school. And the bus didn't have Ann Weber. It was either Ann Weber or Barbara Tompkins. They were the only ones who officially got their bus license, right? Do you remember that?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Right. Barbara Tompkins and Ann Weber, 2 women, were the only ones allowed to drive the bus, or who kind of knew how to really drive the bus, who had legal, like, I guess they did some training thing, whatever, where they were allowed to drive children in the school bus. Because that I know is a legal thing. And I do remember them getting approved, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, I remember at Flag, like slightly different subject, but not many Sea Org members had their license, their driver's license.
Right. So it was even more of a big deal. I mean, I think we assumed our mothers had their license, you know, from when they were not in the Sea Org, before we were born. You know what I mean?
I don't think my mom's ever had an American driver's license, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Yeah. See, there you go. So again, even in our own detailed little lives, they're completely different. They're our own tailor-made trauma, because let's get real. They were, you know, putting us in a pattern based off of the things we liked, didn't like, what was distracting our attention, who our parents were, like things like this. So it's like,
and my mom, like, she came from Australia and went right into the Sea Org in, you know, Los Angeles. So I don't think she ever like needed to get her driver's license, in the sense that they have shuttles and such. So
right. No, that's a major point. I'm sure now that I'm thinking about it, I'm sure all the Latinos and all the people that were trafficked, let's use the right words here, trafficked from other countries to join the Sea Org at ages under 18. And then they were made to believe, oh, part of this is they're going to have freedom in America. Like, that's a huge thing for people in other countries, to have the freedom like Americans do, right? And so this idea of like going to be a part of a church that's going to help the world and really knows what's going on, and then you can have a way into America and really help people. Like, that's a huge sort of pull to get people in. Anyway, so yeah. More than half of those people definitely did not have driver's license, or they were underage. So they definitely, you know what I mean? So that's a very good point, Sam. You're right. Every person. And how do I know if my mom and dad's driver's license were even, you know, valid or to date? You know, the only way I would really know is if they got permission to, you know, rent a car on one of their libs days to drive us to the movie theaters, or they borrowed another Sea Org member's car who once had money before they joined the Sea Org, and so they still have their car.
Yeah, their licenses could be expired. You know?
Right, exactly. So you're right. You know what? I have no idea about the driver's license. You're right. So more of a big deal that the only 2 people who can drive this bus that looked like a regular school bus goes from the Gold Base, most of the time from Gold Base to the Int Ranch, and they're transferring. There's many things. Let's talk about this school bus entering. But what I was going to say specifically about this gate and those 2 drivers being the only bus drivers is that they had to constantly flip-flop. So if one of them got in trouble for doing something personal on their own out ethics, or they've messed up on their post as an adult over this, as the qual secretary, whatever, right? The ranch I see. So if one of them gets a lower condition, they know you're not allowed to drive vehicles. If you do have your license, you're not allowed to drive vehicles if you are in a lower condition. So it was constantly very high pressure for one of them to always be able to. And if one of them got sick, I remember Ann Weber would get sick more often than the other adults. She'd always have runny noses, and maybe she had allergies or whatever it was. But I do remember
it's probably because she needed a PTS handling. I'm joking.
She clearly, Sam, you're allowed to joke on my freaking TV channel and not say you're joking.
No, it's more out of respect for her, you know, because I like Ben Weber.
I know. Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah, and I do believe that Ann Weber did try hard. Yeah. Can I just throw a picture out now that we're just being Lara FM Fun TV and pictures?
Let's do it.
But now that you just mentioned Ben Weber, I cannot believe this, guys. Can you hear me fine when I turn my head like that, Sam? Or do I need to like learn how to.
The thing is, like, I'm kind of, it's a little choppy on my end, and I'm hoping that's not for everyone. It's not like that for everyone else. So.
Oh, let me see this, because somebody would say it right away. Nope, everybody's commenting and they're
Sweet.
saying, I never had a driver's license in the Sea Org. It was pretty normal. Yep.
Right.
This feels
Okay.
like juvie type of jail system. Yep.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. Thank y'all for being in the motherfucking chats, brah. All right, so let me show you this quick picture really quick when you said Ben Weber, and wow, this took me back, Sam. And pardon me, y'all. I used your sweet word, Sam. You always say pardon if or my bad. You know, you're so sweet. You're so good with your manners, you know, like from all the non-manners we were given as children. Okay, here.
It's only because I'm on the live.
Oh, that's so, what JK. A good joke. JK. Okay, so here is one of the earliest pictures I have as a child at the Int Ranch. And it was probably, I would guess I was 4. Come on, let me find it. This would help if I just put this on my lap. And you know what's so crazy, Sam? Let me show y'all this. I put this binder together. I'm going to show you really quick. I don't want you to read what the name of the title is, because that might still be my book name.
Nice.
But this is this. I have 3 binders like this, guys, and they all have photos of everything of my, as much as I could, of the Int Ranch and of my life moving off to Clearwater. So we're going to be getting into this. But so if y'all can see this, this is my sort of whole direct Sea Org family. And these are our Walmart photos from when we were at the Int Ranch and we had to get PR good photos to send to the family and blah, blah, blah.
You know what that reminds me of? When we were leaving from the Int Ranch to Florida to flag, I remember having to go through our pictures and cut out backgrounds, or have to throw away, or security would take pictures that you would be revealing of possibly the location. You know, it was the same time that we signed confidential, like, non-disclosure agreements. And I think it was like, if we broke that non-disclosure agreement, it was like, I don't know, like $50,000. I'm kind of guessing, but it was a lot of money that we would have to pay per that contract. Do you remember that?
100%. The thing is, let me tell you what we do remember, and then later what probably made sense to us later in life is that we were signing an NDA, but we had no idea that it was an NDA, or what an NDA is, or what the legal system is, or that this has anything attached to the legal system.
I think I was aware of it.
We kind of knew that. I mean, there's like, we could. Yeah, but what are you aware of, Sam? Are you aware of? Scientology is manipulating us as children with the information. They're trying to pretend that these legal documents are even valid. They're not even valid.
Right.
Like, so they're putting us into this fake spin. And this is what OSA does constantly, 24/7. They're putting people who are really opening up and learning themselves. They're confused. They're trying to get people to argue with people and spin. No. Stick to your stories, guys, and just speak. And stop listening to criticism, or not you, Sam. I'm telling the people out there. Like, just stop listening to criticism or anything, and just, but what I mean, but I do feel you. I know what you mean by being like, it was definitely upon us that this was a very bad thing if we broke.
I didn't think that I had a choice. So you're right about that. Same thing with when I signed the Sea Org contract. Like, when I did that at 4 years old at the ATA. And then I did that at the Int Ranch again before joining the Sea Org, like, officially, and going to flag. But I didn't think I had a choice, you know?
No, that's what I mean, Sam. And also, let's be real. We weren't going to break our like, no, we're not going to do anything to put Scientology at risk.
Right.
Like, they're doing my mom is like saving the world one woman by herself. You know what I mean? I just felt like our parents' jobs are so important and needed and productive. Like, anyways, okay. So this Castile, I didn't want to. I just like we can go on forever. And
no, I'm excited to see the pictures.
But also, yeah, let me show you. Okay, so in my booking, I've been writing. I told y'all, don't make fun of me, and if you do, I will throw you out of my motherfucking subscriptions. I am an artist, but I am a child artist when I come to tell my story because I feel very vulnerable and it's not artful for me. But anyways, when I was doing this, I wasn't fully sure how I was even going to talk about it. Clearly, that's why we're here on YouTube. But look at this funny thing. I was like, so this is just like a page in the book, right? I'm just like, it could be scraps, it can be little notes, it could whatever. So it's nothing hard, nothing solid. It's just like, but look at, can you see this? I say the ranch and look at the blood tears. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Like, what are those tears doing there? Okay. So anyways, in this, when you open this little thing, look at this. So I have this is so raw. I haven't opened these binders in like 4 years or something, but look at these binders. So this is up here. It says Colleen, Diane, Megan. And then on that's us up there, right? Look at my mom in her uniform. So this is when we were on our way, or like we were at the Int Ranch, maybe visiting her in a dorm, or she was in LA still and we were going up. We were about to go to the Int Ranch. You see how small I am?
Yeah, it looks like she's about to gobble one of your heads.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna get you. No, she was playing with us. Look at, and we were laughing, and right, she's trying to, whatever. We're probably just having a cute little moment while our mom just got off work, off her post or whatever. But look at this. Then down here is Ben Weber and me, and look at how tiny we were on the Int Ranch basketball court. Well, you can see my ring light. That doesn't help. But look, you can see how small. You see Ben Weber right there holding the basketball.
Yeah.
Here, that'll help, even though it doesn't seem. Can you guys can probably see it better.
It's funny because he is
here. I was just gonna, but so here, can you guys see that? Is that better?
It's mainly that ring light, but yep, that's good. That's good.
Oh, they said go back to the other view. Okay, Miranda, thank you. I'm getting help with my little chat crew. But so that's me and Ben Weber holding the basketball on the Int Ranch basketball court. And look at how tiny we are. I mean,
I used to play basketball with them a lot, so you know.
Yeah, and I might have some photos in here of you. So let me just show you guys this. This is me. I don't know if you remember this. There used to be a run to the that ring light is really throwing everything off. Oh, that would be good. Here, why don't I just move this so that you guys can see better? Let's see if that helps. Okay, can you guys, is that better? No, Sam, can you see or no?
It's just too far now. If you can bring it a little closer.
Come a little bit closer to you. Okay, so I'll go like that. So on the bus is me, my sister, and my brother. And you can see I'm clearly still on a bottle. And I was definitely on a celebrity run or a celebrity bus run from the Gold Base to like Los Angeles or something.
It's a bottle of CalMag.
No, Sam.
I'm joking.
No, look, it probably is. It's not milk. It's like a clear, it's a clear thing.
Or panther piss.
Oh my God. Who do you know who the other person is sitting next to me? It looks like Natalia Lobato a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
And she was such a sweetheart.
And her brother Marco, such a sweetheart.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So to my left is my sister. Okay, I don't care about the ring light, guys. Just look. And then you see my cute brother right there.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Am I doing that right? Look at him by the pool with his hat.
Yeah.
All right. That's cute. Anyway, so that was little Ben Weber, was Ann Weber's son. And Ann Weber was one of the adults who put up with all kinds of our crazy ass children minds because they weren't allowed to be children. Imagine she was the one who has her own children there, who was put there like, oh, well, you know, you have your own child there. So then I think she used to be a teacher before she was in the Sea Org. I could be wrong about that. If anybody knows Ann Weber's past history, Ben Weber, if y'all want to speak out, come and hang out with the SPTV children.
If she was possibly the only one that actually was a teacher, you know, I'm assuming, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that actually had any credentials? Because I don't know if any of them did have credentials. What do you think?
Right.
I'm not sure.
I mean, no. I'm on your same page. I do. Let me get this bright ass light out my face.
I'm just speculating, so I don't know.
No, I'm going to tell you what I know and why you're speculating like that. It's because Ann Weber, they did make them go eventually get the correct test or take the test to see if they could, you know, get the right things to be able to be the, you know, whatever it was. There were times when legally things had to be put in. Like they couldn't drive a school bus. You can't drive a school bus without the actual cert or like some sort of credentials from somebody saying, okay, she's not, you know, they're not sex perverts or whatever, and they're around children, like whatever, you know what I mean? So there are certain things that were put into place, but
no, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So now so be patient with me. We're going to roll on to the next fall tall. So funny. This is so funny. We'll get better at this. But even while I'm chatting and stuff and talking, people are listening and they're processing and they're hearing. They have no idea the entrance of the gate. They don't know there's a code. Oh, what I was going to say about that entrance, guys, is that the bus, the school bus, actually couldn't even get through the entrance with the gate automatically opening up on time without the bus honking the horn eventually, like without the gate closing back on the bus. It happened too many times. Like, do you remember that? And so they eventually started doing these really long, loud horn, like they would honk the bus horn, and the security guard on the gate would hear it and would hear the horn and open the gate from the security booth at so we're gonna, the next one would be this, would open the gate from the security booth so that that Barbara Tompkins or Ann Weber wouldn't have to stop, put the bus in park, get out, do the code, run in, close the door, try to put the bus, the gate would already start. Anyway, so it just became a thing, honk the horn, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I remember about that Castile Canyon gate, like up. And then it was kind of scary. I don't know if you've ever had this, but driving that bus over the bridge, didn't that ever scare you? Like, we're not going to make it through the bridge, or because the bridge was so thin. I think I have photos of this, but the bridge was so thin. It felt like, and all that, it just felt like it could just break.
Yeah. Because I was only there for like a year, but I definitely have memories.
So weird. I always think you were there longer.
Yeah, I definitely have memories of going to the pack ranch and I forget what the Bouquet Canyon Road, and it was so windy, and there was it was just on the cliff's edge at certain points. I know Catherine mentions it in her book, but yeah, there was moments where I was like almost sure the bus would like you can see right over the edge. But yeah, I at the Int Ranch. Oh yeah, right there it is. That's the what do you call it, where we ate, or the main building?
This would be called the main house.
Right. Yeah.
So if you look, so the front, we would have, I guess I could just click through things, but here on the first floor to the left and to the right would be like the first, you'll zoom in and see, but would all be adult offices, the exec offices, what we called them, where basically the head of ethics would be on the left side. And then like the ranch IC would be right there in that big window on the bottom floor. With the other sort of ranch execs that would be in that office. And
wasn't the laundry room there as well?
Correct. Well, I think I have some photos of that, but yes, to the left of this main building, around the left corner, right there is right by that pine tree, kind of is exactly where the laundry room would be.
And Becky, I remember Becky was there, was the laundry.
Yep, and my sister.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Colleen. Maybe she was at a later time or earlier time, maybe, I don't know.
And one more little thing, sorry.
No, don't.
Let me mute this before I cough. Actually, no, I'm good. I remember bringing clothes and dropping it off at the laundry room, that were covered in mud because I was out in the fields when it was raining. And Becky was like, "What are you doing? Like, kid, go, hose these off and bring them back." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Covered in mud.
And do you remember the laundry room? Do you remember? I mean, I know you remember, and if you don't, I'll trigger your memory.
Ooh.
I'll trigger your memory. Do you remember that every single item of clothing we owned was marked with your initials?
Yes, yeah, definitely. That was at the Pack Ranch as well. Even your socks, I think.
I was going to say even your socks, because people were getting annoyed that they weren't finding the matchings to the socks. So everything with a Sharpie marker was marked. Your civilian clothes were marked. And they only call them civilian clothes, civvies for short, because they were the outside world clothes that we were wearing, not the uniforms, our normal clothes. So our normal clothes were actually our uniforms.
Yeah, it's I guess that's like a military or like Navy saying, which is, you know what I mean? Like civilians, aren't we civilians? We're kids, but no, apparently not.
Yeah, but I mean, wow, I'm just thinking of that concept right now. They took a military term.
Yeah.
And then they made it seem that to wear civvies for us was kind of a reward. It was fun, or it was a Saturday Renos day, or you were seeing your parents. That was the only time we would wear civvies.
So even the word cadets, that's like usually reserved for like, Navy.
Cadets for the Navy. Yeah.
Navy or military. Right. I think Navy particularly. I guess I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
So let's go back to this. So yeah, copycats of L. Ron Hubbard is a goddamn manipulator and complete user of all kinds of other people's technology and organization technology and all this. Like, it's almost like, did L. Ron Hubbard come up with anything? Like, because apparently the e-meter he didn't even really come up with. He stole this from one of his scientists. Anyways, we'll learn more on that.
He came up with a lot of words. Apparently he's like in #1 in the Guinness Book of World Records for like
well, we made a joke about that last time, how his print is like so
for
big.
Fiction. But the amount of like, I believe at least at a certain time, he had the Guinness Book of World Records for most fiction words.
Right.
Published. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he knows how to write words. And that's the thing is like,
but he was also Sam, pump the brakes. Sorry, I love you. If you were in the Sea Org, which you were, and somebody said, Sam, we're going to give you a $50 bonus if you print out and type out just as much fun stories. They could be good, but they have to be semi-decent. And the more pay you'll get, you're going to pump out.
Right.
And then he started to get a following. This is how Scientology started.
No, so what I'm saying is like, before he even created Scientology, he was writing all kinds of stuff and it was all made up. So I don't know why people would take his word when he created a religion, because all he's doing prior to that was making shit up. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
I'm serious. I'm like, why?
I know. That's what's so funny. You're actually being serious. That's what is so funny to me. I love funny, real shit. That's all there is to it. Okay, so boom. Oh wait, let's add this back on here. So back to the left is the laundry room. If I come through more photos, then you guys will get a better idea. And so the bottom, and then to the right, you see bottom right, there's long windows, and those are the dining room. That's one of the dining rooms. There was 3 dining rooms, sort of small. They looked bigger as a child, but once I went there later. And then the far right is the entrance to the dining room, that far door. And then we'll move on to the next one. Sam, if there's anything you want to say while I'm getting the next one, just, you keep going.
Yes, we would do our musters out there, right?
Right there
in front of that stone wall.
Yes. And actually, I'm going to see if there's another front in the front, whatever. Okay, so, here, what is this?
And we would do roll call every day, every morning, lunch.
Yep.
maybe at dinner or something, you know.
In front of the stairs here, in front of the palm trees. Okay, I'm gonna close that out, and it should just go back on us, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. And then, so what is this one? Yeah, I want to do. Oh, I bet you there's a better. Oh wait. Oh my God. Can I show you guys Bridge Creek and Road? Can I show you guys this? Oh no, that's the RPF. Oh, we're gonna go through that. I mean, this is gonna take some time. Okay, we're gonna show you this one. This is the freaking bridge we were just talking about, Sam. OMG. OMG. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I mean, let's see if I can do this correctly.
Cranky.
Crank it in there. Hold on, let me get you.
Bloody hell.
Okay, so let me share. Let's see if I can share this video. This will be interesting. This will be the first time I've shared a video. Okay, guys, so bear with me. All right, boom, share. Did it do it? Yes. We're so professional, Sam. Okay, so check out this video. I did this, by the way. This is my own fun footage on my iPhone, so don't get anything twisted. Let's see if I can play it. It's going to be really quick, I'm assuming. Let's see how long it is. Yeah, it's like 20 seconds or something, but you'll see really quickly. We'll have a lot to talk about. This will be great. Okay, I'm going to play it because I don't think I can pause it on. Yeah, see.
Ooh.
Isn't this cool? So there would be gushing water, boom, like so much water coming crashing out of here and into this creek. Look at this craziness.
Did you go back? Did you go back there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been back to the pack ranch, you know, since I've been gone. That's cool. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Let's watch that again. Okay, so this is the bridge. We would drive over the top of this bridge with the bus, but this is just a cool, I can pause it at any time. So I just want you guys to see this. So we go down. Can you guys, there's no volume, right? I hope.
No.
It's really loud and crunchy over here. Just so people watching can see this. So you see there's a white big gate there now. Like, so that would line the road. That would, so this is the creek. I wish I could, oh, I guess I could do like, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So this road right here where this truck is, you can see that it goes up. That would go to a brown gate there. I wonder if I can back that up just a teeny bit. Yeah, you see this brown rusty gate right here? This would lead up into what they call a non-Scientologist, a WOG in their own terms, not mine. They would have this guy, Allen. Do you ever remember hearing a guy named Mr. Allen?
That sounds familiar. And
he was a guy. Sorry, yeah.
Oh no, I'm sure if I saw a picture, I would probably recognize him. Assuming.
No, I mean, he looked like a kind of, no offense, he looked like a little grungy homeless farmer guy who would come through the property, go through with his truck. And then he would go through this brown gate, and he was the only one. It was kind of annoying and out security all the time. Security would always just, hey, how you doing? But he would be the only one that wasn't a Scientologist that had to get through this road to get to his property.
Oh, okay.
So we call him Mr. Allen. That's all I remember, really. But
do you remember the? I think he was a German guy that kind of was over like the harvesting.
Yes,
stuff.
Martin Habscheit.
Right. That's okay. Right.
We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so boom. So this, I just want people who are watching that are cadets from the Int Ranch that are under the radar, or they can't talk because their parents are in it and they're feared by this or whatever. At least like to see this visually, and to be down below this is kind of intense. Like, remember, like to be even in this area as children in the cadet Int Ranch was out. You weren't even allowed to be in this area. This is off the property technically. Like, so we would drive across this bridge to get to that front Castile Canyon gate. And this is technically off. You're blown if you're over here by the river, by the bridge. So it's pretty intense to be back here and seeing that, right? I don't know.
Yeah, and it does look kind of sketchy, imagining a school bus driving over it. But that's also trippy to see, because when I visited the pack ranch, I went to, and sorry, not to keep, bringing it back to that, but.
No. Hey, hun, I love all the children and our friends, and I want to talk about the Pack Ranch. I want to talk about Clearwater Cadet Org. I want to talk about the Int Ranch. They are all related. So,
yeah.
And I'm going to show photos that were sent to me a long time ago when I was putting I showed you my binders together, of a bunch of, because I was like, there are people that I told you that that are from the Pack Ranch that are doing the same, or that some of them were at the Int Ranch that are doing the same thing at the Pack Ranch, but in even lower, grosser areas. And it makes sense. Like, oh, this is why they weren't as, on purpose and on whatever, because, they're kind of more the out ethics ranch. But no, I want people from the Pack Ranch to see the Int Ranch and, oh, whoa, their property was a lot more cleaner than ours, or whatever it is. I need them to start thinking about this. They have to let this stuff start processing through their heads. It takes a while for people to unpeel the onion that we were forced to be in.
Yeah. There was if you go down Spunky Canyon Road towards a reservoir, there was a little spot that sometimes, every once in a while, we would take a field trip and pan for gold. And it was like an inlet into the reservoir, and there was a culvert. So it was like a big tunnel, and I ended up walking through it. And that kind of just like reminded me of that. Anyways.
Wait, I think I might have footage. You mean the one right by the bridge, or no?
Well, no, this was at the Pack Ranch.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But
So
that totally reminded me of that. So it was kind of
right.
tricky. Yeah.
Right. Like the same kind of weird, like not secure things that your little mind brain like has attention on.
Yeah.
So
different,
funny.
it was like a circle, but still like I did the same thing because I went back to the Pack Ranch and.
Sorry, I think she went pee, so I just need to tell her, good girl.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah, you're doing so good. Thank you. Good girl.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you went back,
Yeah. So this is what this is all about. So let's go back to, should we just kind of speedily go through some? And sure. Sam, you remember, there's a lot here. So, and they're not organized, but they are marked a little, so I can kind of see. Here, Gold Base Drive-By. Should we watch that? Yeah, I kind of want to watch that really quick. Is that okay, Sam?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so this is what I think I'm about to show is footage I think I took when we're driving from when you're in Hemet or whatever at the Gold Base. They like to call the whole area Hemet, but that's just, as kids we just remember Hemet. We didn't really even know the geography around us. We weren't really allowed to know because they don't want us knowing where to go if we're running away. Okay. So, but this, what I think is going to play, it might be a really quick video, but if it's not, then it's the next one right next to it. But it's going to be showing kind of like a quick drive of the way to Gold Base, where you pass to go on the way to the Int Ranch, where you're going to, like, it's one of the drive. I just think it's good to show for people to watch. Okay, play. And it says 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So, oops, my bad. I should pause that. Okay. Now let's do this the right way, folks. That's so funny. I just looked over to the comments. Okay, Rev Girl. I hear Rev Girl says, I will be listening, but I have to fix some dinner, then eat. So thank you, Rev Girl. I do have my right eye slowly looking at all these things and comments, and I'm going to get to them. But look, our brains are so focused on this, which I really want it to be, because we have a lot of fun stuff to show you guys.
What are you gonna eat?
Rev Girl, tell us what you're going to eat while we're showing you some of these SP videos. Okay, so here's some footage of driving by at the Gold Base. Tell me if you can see this, Sam Francis. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys just saw that. Can you hear the volume, or it's off?
I think it's off. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because it's really annoying and windy, so I don't want to blow out everything.
This is driving by the Gold Base.
This is on the road, and you're driving. You see how many trees they have covering, so you definitely can't. So this is the roof. I wish I could slow. I guess I can kind of pause it a bit.
And that's the security. Boom. That's the entrance. Yeah.
We're gonna pause it right there, baby.
Golden Era Productions. That's where my mom works.
Yeah.
And it's funny that they say Golden Era Productions, because that's just one of the organizations there. You know what I mean? It's really.
What do you mean? No, what do you mean by that?
Well, like there's where David Miscavige, man, I've put so much of this in the back of my head, but like
I understand. No.
RTC, right?
Oh, you're saying
Religious
at this, Sam's saying to y'all listening, at this golden era productions, which we call the Int base, or it's called the gold base. What he's saying is this is actually called the international base because as of only like probably 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, Dave Miscavige lost his mind and was like, I'm off this gold base. I can't trust anybody. But the truth is, this is the headquarters of Scientology. This is where RTC, the headquarters of RTC is, the headquarters of WDC, CMO, ASI, all of that. These are all dumb little organizations within Scientology. So all the head leaders of these organizations that are in the umbrella of Scientology are here at this golden era productions.
Yep, because we would call it gold base, or you can call it Int base. But the fact that they only have a sign that says Golden Era Productions, it makes sense because that's going to be the friendliest thing to say. You know, and they're not.
You're right.
They don't want to.
Totally right.
Also, they don't want to let people know that is where the power is. Like that's where.
Why would they label David Miscavige's home?
David Miscavige lives here. Yeah. Also,
I won't say anything that will not get us views on YouTube. I mean, not views, but monetized or whatever. Because it's the truth. People would be vandalizing it like crazy, and they already are. And that's the reason. Like, if you look close, guys, I'll keep playing this video. But if you look close, and we can go back and forth, so you guys can get the whole view of exactly like currently right now. My mother is here in this at this gold base, and she's. If you look on, I'll let the video play more. But if you look on the walls and stuff, yours as well, right? Your mom.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Okay, okay. So let me finish playing. But if you, I was gonna say that if you see really close, I don't. Can you see my arrow on the screen?
Not at the moment.
Dang, you can't see my arrow right now doing a circle. Okay, so that is not helping. Now that I know that, I'll just keep looking at all y'all watching. So basically, you see that tiny little sidewalk right there, and you see the little house, right? That little house is the security booth, and you cannot look in there. It's reflected this way. So when you're driving by, they can absolutely see you. They can see if you're holding a camera and you drive by. They can see everything. Danny Dunnigan, I know, was in that booth that day when I was doing that. Anywho, so that little booth is that, and then so if you were to go to there, like, if you were to drive up and say, hey mom, you would be on their property if you're on that white sidewalk right there. Most of that property right there, and then basically what they're giving you is this much space, which is that little thin line between the road, the actual road where cars are driving by, and this. So when people go there and protest or whatever, they only have like literally a foot to be able to walk and protest on before you're trespassing on Scientology's property. Anywho, so
if I could say one thing, that video.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm a cough.
You just put your mouse over the mute, and that way, there you go. Sammy knows.
And I haven't even taken a hit of a bowl or anything.
I know. Maybe I'm sending you my hit energy.
Yeah, please do. No, that video reminded me of one time when I was taking the lunch run. So there would be a van that would go from the Int Ranch to Gold Base or to Int and get the food for the kids and then come back. That actually, oh man, now that completely reminded me of a time where Susie got like hit in the head, I think, with the van door.
I was there.
Yeah, I was there as well.
I think we were all you know what was happening, Sam? We were all loading. Wait, let me tell you. We were all loading up in the van. We finally got approved.
That's
right.
We
got approved to go get dental work at the Gold Base.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
as we were closing the door, one of the teachers was closing. One of the teachers, I need to get that word out of my head because they were not a legit teacher. Like
The
they were an
adults.
adult. Yeah, they mixed adults and teachers as the same thing. So if you were on a field trip or something like, oh, where's your teacher? We would just know one of the adults were the teachers, whether it was Renee Berther, who was only just turning 18 because she turned 18 and didn't finish an education, or if it was Ann Weber, who has a son in the Cadet Org or whatever. Anyways, they weren't our teachers. They had no credentials of like Renee Berther did not have credentials whatsoever to be dealing or schooling children. Let me tell you that. Not to just pick on her, Casavius. There's so many people. I wouldn't like. You're right, Sam. I need to actually go back and check who had actual city approved credentials. I want to see that. That would be interesting. Okay, let's watch this video. Did I cut you off? I cut you off.
Oh, right? No, you didn't. So I just remembered something, and I was trying to get to something else. That video reminds me of.
Oh yes, of Susie. Sorry. Yes, I really quickly want to say that we were closing the door, and the door corner, somebody yelled her name or something, and she said yes, and I'm pretty sure she was like, "Yes, sir, I'm in the van. Like I'm here, going to the dentist at Gold." And as one of the adults was closed, I don't know what was happening. They were closing the door, and the corner of the door was squishing her head. And it cut her head open. And I remember being like, oh my God. I was like, whoa. I yelled, whoa. And then they stopped and she was like, ow. And Susie even tried to be like, it's okay. And I was like, no. Because I saw the gash in her head. And I said, hold. And I don't know why. Maybe I had seen somebody. I don't know. She put it, and I said, just hold it. It like almost made me faint watching what just happened. And I said, just hold it. And then and then the next thing I knew, like an adult, oh my God, an older cadet came over and was like, okay, come here. And then they eventually had to bring her to the hospital to get stitches and da-da-da. But wow. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. What was the other thing you remembered?
So on one of those lunch runs in the van, I remember passing as we were getting closer to the base. David Miscavige was riding his bike, and he had like with a little like posse. They were all on their bikes. There might have been like a security van before and after him or something, but he was, going on a bike ride, and they were all like had their spandex on, and so there was a few people on bikes and maybe like a van or a car in front of him or behind him, just for safety.
Pulling into this entrance or something?
That it was before we got there, but he was, doing like exercise.
Oh, like running?
No, on bicycles.
What do you mean exercise on bicycles? I'm sorry.
Like like
like they were on bicycles.
Yeah,
because Tom Cruise, just so you know, Tom Cruise and Dave Miscavige have two exact matching. There's a photo of them that they somehow like to give to all these people, like a photo of Tom Cruise and David Miscavige having the exact same motorcycles. And so I thought you meant they were on their bikes. And so when you're saying exercising, I was like, what does Tom Cruise and Dave Miscavige on motorcycles have exercising? What? Their egos?
No, bicycles. He was out there looking.
But still, their egos, yes. Okay. So he was in his like spandex bicycles.
Especially like that. And then your feet would stay still.
I remember that.
I'm joking.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But anyways, I guess what I was getting at is just, complete VIP treatment. Like he could do whatever he wanted. And that also kind of reminds me, and I will let you continue after this, and thank you. That reminds me of when David Miscavige's birthday would come up. This was when I was at Flag in the Sea Org. People would come through with a clipboard with everyone's name on it and be like, would you like to donate? Or maybe when you picked up your check, they would be like, would you like to donate some money for David Miscavige's birthday?
Wait, so how old were you when they were doing this?
Well, I was at Flag from 12 to
So you
almost
okay?
18.
Are you jumping ahead? You're just remembering.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
no. And I love when you jump ahead because Sam, at least you're polite and can say it. I have such a scatterbrain that even my chat people have to be like, okay, Lara,
Yeah.
and ask me questions. Remember, you never fully answered this one. They're so sweet. So if you
So
guys have questions that you're like, Lara left me hanging, let
it's
me know.
it's just that story reminded me of, it's just another antidote that David Miscavige was God. And so
Right.
we would be in the
I
sea.
mean, God is a little even no, I mean, like, it doesn't really describe David Miscavige because God is very epic in people's religion, you know?
So L. Ron
And
Hubbard.
Scientology is kind of really belittling and kind of minimizing religions. By the way, if you're out there and you're like, well, I had a good interaction with Scientology and I'm a Christian, it's because they PR'd you. They literally do not think that you have a very valid, beautiful spiritual belief. They think we actually have the truth and you've been brainwashed. You've been given all the wrong false information, which we totally understand. So we're going to respect your religious beliefs, quote unquote, in a PR way. But in the end, we're actually going to audit you out of your religion and your beliefs so that you'll eventually see, oh, Scientology really has the information.
Yeah, so I guess in Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard was more like, you know, a god figure, but David Miscavige had complete control. And I guess what I'm getting at is like,
you're right, yeah,
he could do whatever he wanted, and he
made his own. He made his own laws, schedules. He could break L. Ron Hubbard's policies. It's fine because he's the one man clearing the planet single-handedly.
He had us Sea Org members that get like, I can't remember what it was like $45 a week in the Sea Org. We would donate a part of our paycheck for his birthday, and you know, some of it would go every year was a different gift. And one time it was like cuff links that were, you know, thousands of dollars, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
you know why? You know, I mean, I don't know if this is why, but what you're reminding me of something is I remember that same exact thing. And I remember it was for his golf. They were getting him this like pimped out golf cart. And then I remember.
And we're paying for it.
Oh, yeah. And gold base members are as well. So they have all of everybody pitching in for these things. But he flipped out because he must have I mean, Mike Rinder and stuff would know a lot more about this, but there must have been heat or something about where they were spending all this money and stuff. And they were looking, and he was like, he kind of was like, get rid of it. This is going to get me in trouble. So cufflinks and smaller things like that make a lot more sense that aren't so obvious that he could put his money in. It's almost like, you know, he's like, look at my links.
Yeah, that reminds me of Ben Rinder. Now I'm getting sidetracked.
No, but this is great because these names are so important. These are all the names of kids who are at the Int Ranch and who are currently still in the Sea Org or in Scientology's control of mind.
And on a sober note, like, I think Mike Rinder might have recruited my mom. You know, it is what it is. Yep.
Wait, what did you mean? You said on a sober note?
Well, it's just
like not trying to attack him.
Right, not trying to attack him. You know, I just feel like some people are out there getting a lot of praise and, you know, good job. And but, you know, yeah, there's some acknowledgement of like what you did prior, and that should be taking place, you know. That's all I'm saying.
I definitely do. On that note, really quickly, I do want to bring up a note I want to remind people to do. If you know any parents that were parents of kids at the Int Ranch or the Pack Ranch, but specifically for me and just for the episodes that I'm about to do next, but in general, just Pack Ranch, Clearwater, and Int Ranch. If you if you were a parent of somebody at the Int Ranch, please contact me if you're hearing this, whether you're under the radar, if you're out of the Sea Org, if you're even an SPTV and you don't realize, oh my God, my son was at the ranch, I should be on Lara FM TV show. Please get on here, because the parents of when other kids see other parents saying what they did wrong, where they messed up, what decisions they make, what people had time to do, what they didn't, please contact me. This is really connecting so many dots and connecting so much valid information for future legal stuff to come. There's also, like, let me also put it another way. If you were at the Int Ranch and you were an adult and you were doing things that are not okay to children, and you were doing things abusive and forced to be under the policies and the rage of Scientology's poison, I need you to contact me. Contact me. The only way that we're going to really continue to rip this thing open faster is if you start speaking out exactly what you did wrong. I want to validate somebody. Gary Jackson, he used to be the security chief who would sit in that gold booth in the very front gate for so many years. And today he is on everybody's SB channel answering questions, giving time, telling stories about things he is so not proud of. This is the only way this is going to be okay. This is not going to heal on its own. We are going to heal each other. The more we talk about this, the more we're okay with saying everything, the more that this no longer will be an issue for all of us. So please start talking about what you did. Mike Rinder. Mike Rinder's actually been doing this a lot, and I want to show you some stuff that he has been talking. But I also, you know what, Sam? Everybody has their own beefs and their own trauma of people that we're waiting for apology specifically from you. So if you're here and you've done something, ask us what you can do to help us. I'm sure it's not even going to be hard. Ask us, or ask what we can do before you even apologize. Like, it's an honor or a privilege to be able to communicate to somebody, to even accept, or to be able to say, hey, I did something wrong. We're giving you a platform to be able to communicate it and make it right. So come make it right. If I'm not going to be rude, I may be upset. I may not want to talk to you, but if you're coming at it in a way where you're like, I want to say what my share was in this, and I want it to be completely on the record, then we are down with you. If you're going to come here and say like, hey, Lara, can you please not talk? No, wrong. I'm going to talk about it more. So don't fucking do that shit. And everything is going to be talked about.
Yeah.
Anywho,
and
not to cut you off or anything,
no,
Sam.
No, you're good. I appreciate.
There's a few names I quickly want to throw out there. Dee Dee Carlson, Bruce Hines. These are people that I know are out, or I saw Bruce Hines a few hours or 9 hours ago. I don't know what, on Claire's channel. Bruce Hines, I'd love to talk to you about your son, Tim Hines, who I saw not even 3 years ago randomly when I was in Ohio, in Boulder, at the Home Depot. I was waiting for Suzanne, who I was helping at the time, who's like such a beautiful motherly figure to me.
Is he still in Colorado?
I have no idea. I'm assuming. Isn't that
that's where I'm at right
Sam?
now.
I know. You don't need to tell the whole world. They might come get you, boy.
Well, they don't know where.
I know. Go find them, boys. Let the dog chase the squirrel. All right. But anyways, so Mike Brown. I could keep going. Kasavius Tabioyan, he did reach out. I want to know if he has another way to reach out to me other than, again, don't reach out to me and trying to get forgiveness or anything. No, reach out to me and say, what can I do to make and heal what happened in our past better? Because I know and if I did something, y'all out there, let me know. Let me know, because I love you and I want to fix it. I
remember this one time. No, I'm just playing.
Sammy, I love you. What can I do to fix it? I'm so sorry. If you want me to be on SBTV, I will. Just kidding. All right, cool. Was that good, Sammy? What were you going to say for other parents? And so I feel you with Mike Rinder. I know Mike Rinder has his things. He's dealing constantly every day with his own son and all that. So And Mike's also done a lot to really expose Scientology. So it's a
I
weird...
do acknowledge that. And
yeah, so it's not a fun thing to have to think about. There's certain people who you know and that you don't know that you probably, you know, are woo. And I'm like, yeah, not so woo, but I'm very happy that they're exposing Scientology. That's all there is to it. For me,
sure.
It's like I'm not a judge in an area I don't want to be a judge in, or that's not going to help me make my life better. You know what I mean?
Yes, I acknowledge what he's done and I'm grateful for it. And I do also recognize that he is, in some cases, sitting back, sipping on wine, hanging out with Leah Remy, you know, and like getting a little bit of the red carpet, and, you know, and
it doesn't feel good for the extreme, the amount of years that were just whoop taken away under his guidance.
The bells and whistles that come with it, you know.
Right.
So a little bit maybe of living the high life, you know, but I don't know. I'm just assuming it doesn't take away the fact that he is bringing awareness to it. And I think that's great. That's all I'm saying is, like, there are some people that never had a choice, that were born into it, were chewed up and spat out, and no one even knows about us. And granted, we can't even speak, you know? So it's just like, show some love for the little guys. I think at the end of the day, that's all I'm saying.
Right. And it's not about fame or money. It's show some love in ways that will actually heal and help somebody
Some
for their
support,
long-term life.
Some support,
for their long-term
reach out.
Mental life. Yeah, yeah. And I'm not just getting about this about Mike Renner. We're talking about everybody. There's so many people. There is so many people. Everybody out there, remember, whatever you're getting all happy as usual about, just also call, find out how to contact, email, directly write a letter, apologize, find out what you can do. What is it that I upset you, is whatever it is. Or, hey, I'm really sorry for this. I'm sorry for beating the fuck out of you. I'm sorry for spanking you. I'm sorry for like whatever it is, grow a pair and do it, because that is the thing that really will undo Scientology's manipulative lock so quickly. It's when people... Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
No, my bad. I interrupted you.
That was it. Just that, undo the fucking lock, man.
Yeah.
Undo the lock in all the ways you guys can. Whatever you can send. If you can't, like I said, if you're under extreme pressure and your mom and your finances and your whole business, blah, 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 send me things where I'm going to be able to expose it, or not your pressure, but to expose whatever I can on your behalf, on your family's behalf. Like, give me information, and I will not tell anybody where I get this from. I will just show these pictures, show this footage, you know what I mean? It'll be me and Sam and whoever else wants to jump on and really talk about this stuff.
Yeah, because the last thing I would say is, like, there's only so many cadets that are, you know, that were in America and that are out now. I know a pack rancher that's in jail right now. You know, I know some people that are, you know, a couple people like on the streets. And so is it too hard to at least make a list and go through and check up on them? You know what I mean? The people that...
We're doing it now, but I love that you're saying this. This is what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't care if there was a cadet that in fact, there's no cadets that I don't love. That's what's so weird. Like, I actually love all the cadets. Now that I've had the therapy I've had and the things I've learned and the things I'm still learning and the medicine I'm smoking, like, it makes sense exactly why certain things were hidden, taken away from us. We weren't allowed to have, just to form the exact mind we had. Yeah.
So anyways... Purpose. No, and I'm glad that we went down this road, and we can keep going with that video to something more lighter. But that's all I'm saying is, like, okay, you know, if you have resources, like, especially not you, but like people that are gaining, there's so much attention on this. People are interested. Like, is it too hard to ask of, why don't we go through with the cadets specifically? That's what I'm talking about, not the people that joined the Sea Org and then left. Right. You know, check up on them. It's not even about financial support. It's about, are you okay? Are you still alive?
It's about people knowing the mental state of their head, like where they're at.
Are you strung out? You know,
are you on crack?
on
Are you on hair? What are
streets?
you doing? Exactly. With
Yeah.
no judgment. Like, good. Whatever reason, wherever they're at, you better learn every detail, because they got there because they were manipulated and controlled their whole childhood, they had no choice.
I don't know
And you're
one.
calling them a DB. You're calling them a DB instead of finally fucking helping them.
Yeah, because I don't know one person that's like out that was in the cadet org that is not affected by it.
Neither.
You know?
I don't know any.
So anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate you, Sam. That was amazing. I really appreciate you. Everything you're saying is 1,000% valid. So yeah. Okay, so I'm adding this. So we're going, what are we doing? This again? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, good. Got that one nailed. Okay, so I'm wondering if I'm able to do it in a way where I had it where I could kind of slow it down a bit. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, we'll move this. Pardon me, guys, while I get my screen stuff together. Thank you. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to pull it back a little bit. You can still see this, Sam, as I go and talk about it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, good. So I think I started filming. Yeah, so here I started filming because I could tell, okay, you can start to see as you're driving up. There's obviously the very first gate. There's like 3 gates around, or like there's the main gate where you just saw, which is coming up. But you can see. So do you guys see the gates here all on the top have barbed wire through? You see there's branches and stuff covering them. But Jackson, as he talks in videos, there's barbed wire and electric. So if you touch this fence, first of all, you're going to get electrocuted and all the lights are going to go on. So security will be notified. I know you're laughing, Sam, but it's true. Sorry. Okay. Boom. So if you touch any of this, so security also right there, you can see on the left, right there to the gate on the top, there's a big, sorry, going backwards.
Can't touch
right
this.
There. So the top left, you see those 2 big box cameras on the wall. It's kind of blurry, but those are cameras. So there's cameras probably every 20, 30 feet in any angle they need on this whole fence going down. Then there's barbed wired fence at the top, which is covered by a lot of bushes, so you can't even tell, and vines, but that don't stop it from zapping. All right, so here's another, this is another gate entrance. In fact, this is the gate entrance that all the buses and stuff go through, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, Munde. The big gold buses and stuff go through that because it's the backside of the property, and they don't want, I don't even think the main gold bus can even fit through the front gate. Do you think? I don't know. Maybe I just made that up, but for it to turn around there would be very difficult, and it would bring a lot of attention to the main gate. Okay, coming up here, you can see like the blue. So yeah, you can see all the blue roofing. And you can, guys, wait, let's pull this back. Look, again, with the walking, where are you going to walk if you're trying to protest or see if your family's in there or if there's somebody digging trenches? Where are you going to walk? Do you see it? It's all mud, dirt, big mounds of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. Okay. So there we go. And you can't see, you only can see little parts of the property from the outside. There's a reason on purpose that this is all done. And if you notice, you can also see if there's you can see there's no big, large trees near the gate, near the fence where people can jump and climb over. Okay. I'm going to let it play naturally, guys. I'm going to start it from here. Okay. Let it play naturally. And then. Okay, go slow. Let's go. So you can't hear me talking in the video in the background, or you can probably hear it.
I can.
Can you hear that? Can you still hear me or no?
No, now it's good.
But you can still hear me?
No. Oh, I can still hear you. Yeah. Okay. Talking right now. I wonder
if the audience. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. So you guys can see the footage. So it's driving by, and then I want to pause it at a certain point because you're going to notice the sand castle. Remember the castle, Sam?
The sand castle?
No. I said sand. There's the gold. Oops. Let's pause that little baby right there. So here we go. So we're driving now. No, I said the sand castle, but I meant because it looks like sand.
Oh,
but then I realized, oh, the sand castle in Clearwater, Florida. That might be confusing. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as you're driving down, the property here, you're going to see, okay, so there's the front gate, right? And there, boom, Danny Dunnigan got your face image.
And I'll just clarify, the sandcastle was in Florida where they delivered the OT levels.
Yes. Good
Right.
job. Thank you, Sam. I
Thank
also,
you.
yep, I also have pictures of people standing outside, like actually people we would recognize. Okay. So playing here, so this is just a drive-by, guys, right? Remember? So we're driving, boom. And then at this point, you're going to see, this is all the gold property. This is right here. I'm pretty sure is where all the maintenance and mechanics and auto and Department of Motor Pool, but I'm sure Claire or Gary one day will. So I think this is the back entrance where all the buses come through. If I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but whatever. God, I think I was scared to show them that I was directly filming. So remember, I got this footage a while ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. So anywho, okay.
And it's Mark Headley, right?
Yeah, there's Mark Headley.
And
yeah,
Claire.
Mark Headley.
Yeah. His book Blown for Good was very good. I read it. It's been, I think, a couple years since I read it, but I remember, very riveting. Very, very cool.
I agree. I really, really do love Claire and Mark very much. And I think, like, look at them. Even Claire is coming out and saying, I was the fucking enforcer. I audited it. If Shelly told me to fucking ask that question, then that's what was asked. If David said no, then no. If they told them to hide the camera from Tom Cruise, I would just put him in another room and hide. There would be already cameras set up behind pictures. He would never even know they're there. Like, these are all things that Davy Miscavscav is not happy about.
Yeah, and they seem,
the world is going to know about.
They seem like very, very good people, and
yeah, they really are. They're doing. They said no to their money. Like they sued Scientology. They brought them to court, whatever. Vice versa. I don't know the details, but you can watch their channel at Blown for Good on YouTube. But they brought them, and they tried to settle with them, and they're like, no, we're not going to take your money for sure, not ever. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
So now they're still fighting, and now they've got amazing, and they're helping so many freaking people, and I really love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so look, we're going to continue with this footage. So right about here, you see this little pretty building here? Look at that.
Okay, now I get what.
Now you're remembering why it looks like sand.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, though. Mark Headley definitely knows this building. My brother, like, he feels like he built this whole thing. That's how much work my brother spent on this castle, like working nonstop on this castle that I'm going to keep going back and forth. But look at how, and this is all for this was supposed to be for movies. And I mean, they did use it for it, but now that little Davy's not home anymore, what's going to happen with all this?
Where's that little biatch?
He's hiding apparently in Los Angeles at the Scientology Media Center headquarters. But who knows? He's probably hiding in Tom Cruise's little butthole.
Yeah.
He would fit.
Yeah.
Hi, Foxy. We're going to go on a walk soon after this, okay? Thank you. Go down. Oh, you just want a little scratchy? Okay. Okay, I'm going to play it. So I just want to quickly, we'll talk about this another time about this castle specifically, but like,
they're probably licking each other's buttholes.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. It's just as long as, they weren't such evil idiots. Okay, anyway, so this is the sandcastle. We're going to move on and stuff. But so that was us leaving the property, and that's the end of that. Okay, so was that good? Was that a good little video for us guys on that aspect of things?
Oh, and let me clarify. There's nothing wrong with licking buttholes, okay?
I'm glad you clarified that, Sam.
Thank you.
Okay, what is this? Gate entrance. Yes. So we did the entrance of Castile. So let's go back to the Int Ranch stuff, right? So I have here, let's just start from the top. Let's see what these photos are that I do have, and then I'll pull them up. Yep, we got the front gate. What is this? Yep, pass. So these are just the entrances of coming in. I'm not going to show too many. I want to pull up like the main, so then people can start to see. Oh, do you remember like the Campbell house?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Do you remember a place where the security guards would go to sleep?
Not particularly.
Okay, here, let's see. Let's see if you remember now. Just kidding. Present. I feel like the more I do this, the more I'm going to get better at it. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but okay. So do you see this? Does this look familiar to you, Sam?
Yes. Okay. So this is at the Int Ranch.
Yeah. This is the Campbell house.
Now, totally. Okay. Now for some reason I thought you were, I just wasn't familiar with the terminology, and I thought you were still talking about the Int base. But yes, it was like separate. Kind of, you had to drive through the field to get there, right?
Yeah,
or like
so
across
we would.
The field.
Yeah, you would there would be a mile-long road, exactly
Yeah.
a mile, and I remember they would make us run laps if we were out ethics, or go run a lap. The lap would be 1 mile, or actually a lap would be like 2 or something. It was like 1. Anyways, whatever. They always just made it harder. But so they were like, basically run 10 miles or run 5 miles, and we'd have to go and run. Unbelievable, Sam. Like this, I'm remembering this shit. Like, and we were already in the middle of like planting apple orchard trees and like all this stuff. And I don't know. That's just crazy to me.
And that reminds me of one night I was with a friend, and we were like messing around, and we went out in the fields, and then the security, I don't know if it was like a Jeep or something, was driving, and we like hid in the fields as they drove by, and it was like, whoa. But yeah, they definitely did perimeter checks and so on.
Yeah. So here at this house specifically, this was called the Campbell house. And this is where security would live, and they would have people that were under watch live here. And they would have people like underage under watch live here. And then they would also have people that were like Shelley Miscavige, for example. She wasn't there, but they would have people that were like not allowed to be seen in public or on the RPF or on the gold base or whatever. They would keep them hidden here at this little ranch Campbell house.
Do you think Jenna Miscavige stayed there for a little bit?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
left?
And not only her, but Jane Alsop and Sarah Leobard and anybody who was under any kind of watch like that. I'm going to show you another view of the backside of it. Maybe this will remind you of a few things.
Because Jenna Miscavige was still at the Int Ranch when I got there. So she was still there. Yeah. And I was only there for a year.
So this is the backside of this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the backside of the Campbell house. Wait, so Jenna was still there when you were there. And then where did you go? So then that's right, because she left like a year or two earlier than everybody else. And you know who else did? Jessica Englehart, Lori Englehart's daughter. She also left a year or so earlier. And I remember being like, oh my God, I'm really going to miss her.
She probably left earlier than before Jenna.
She did.
Yeah, because I don't know
see?
her.
Look, you're putting stuff into dates, and that's correct. And then I remember being like, oh, Jenna's going to flag where Jessica Englehart is. Like, I just remember that. Like, oh, that's so crazy. Whoa. And then years later, maybe 2 or 3, however long, right? A year or 2 later, we were starting to get shipped off, prepared for Florida and flag to join the Sea Org.
Yeah, it would have been with less than a year after Jenna Miscavige left that we went and we got shipped off.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. So they're like, oh, okay, that worked with Jenna, so we'll do that with the rest of the kids. They're so stupid. It's like, no, that didn't work with Jenna.
And I think
this is the back of the Campbell house. Do you remember this? This is a PR photo from the Scientology site. Oh, look at how clean and it's so nice and nothing important. And look, but really, these little art easels are not here on the back porch at all. That's not the wind would blow those down and they would get so dusty and gross in 5 seconds. So that's all made up. And what do we not see here? We don't see cars. We don't see flowers. We don't see anything that's very childlike. Just some easels and the backside of the Campbell house. What a beautiful place to be. Anywho, okay. Moving on. So I'm just going to shuffle through some photos, Sam, and you'll remember things and not, right? Oh, here's you know this one. We were talking about this in the, here. Sorry. I'm doing this. It just takes me a little longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you know this one. We can talk about that.
Oh yeah, the basketball field or court.
The basketball court. This is the photo where I showed you right here with Ben. See? Same photo, same court.
And that little building was qualifications, right?
Yeah. So in the very back, you see that little shed. We'll show different angles of this, but that little shed right there was qualifications. This is where we would run up the hill on the other side, come up to this basketball court, and go into that little shed to go to, were you there when Leslie Epstein was there, the smoker, and would be giving meter checks? Were you there when she was there?
It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, then no. So, but who was there doing your e-meter, like completing your course check?
I feel like sometimes it might have been Ann Weber. Is that?
Okay, so she started doing that. Yeah,
I
at that
think
time.
so. You know, I've smoked so much weed since then, trying to put it all out of my head, and now I'm trying to get it back. Bit by bit.
Know.
No,
right? No,
most of it's still there. Most of it's still there.
All right, so that was our basketball court, which was really just for looks. We would use this all the time to do marching and training drills on as children. We would be doing enforced training drills where we'd be doing like they called it 11s to the rear, which means we would march left, right, left to the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On the 11th step, you have to turn properly to the rear in a marching form. And do 11 more steps, and then to the rear and 11 more steps. So we were a group of about 10 out ethics cadets that were in this governess group being forced to do marching drills for an hour straight, 11s to the rear, because somebody in the group was being out ethics. And this is a group punishment. When one person is out ethics, the whole group gets punished.
That's where, as well, we were training for the honor guard. So
yep, this is also where or if we were practicing the Newsies for a dance at the Gold Base for their Christmas party before they got all strict, and they would have sometimes for the, some places to have fun during like Christmas times and things like this, but they didn't near the end. But yeah, this was where we did all that, where we'd train, basically march anywhere where they needed to do announcements or, training or drilling or punishment things, hours. That would be that. And then, yes, we would run up here on our 15-minute break and try to eat a quick, like whatever snack or whatever they would have. Whatever we would be able to get either from the canteen with the $7 pay if you were upset, or there might be some oranges or apples in the kitchen in a box on the ground that you can run in and grab if there were any left. Do you remember that? I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you'd always, and I remember it was similar to at the pack ranch, you would always be looking for like the unbruised apples.
Right. I was literally just thinking, or the ones that didn't have like 10 coats of wax on them. Yeah,
or the oranges that weren't like moldy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like you would, if you didn't get the good, if you weren't, I don't know. It always felt like there would be reasons that you would get, you would be always, I only get the moldy oranges or the waxed apples, the bad ones last. Okay, let's do this. Do you remember this one, Sam? Sam, you can tell everybody what this is.
Oh, yeah. And it's close to the schoolhouse, I guess, that you would call it.
Yeah, this is the playground.
Yeah.
And on the left there, the building on the left is actually the motels there in the background. And then to the right, which you don't see,
would be the school,
would be where the schoolhouse is, the course rooms. That's what we would call them. But we would also say, oh, he's in the schoolhouse or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So this must have been like a viewpoint almost from kind of the main house.
This would be the viewpoint of being at the security on like where the security shed is, where the security booth is at the Int Ranch on top of on top of that path.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So this would be like you're taking a picture from the top of the security booth.
Okay. I know it's the Int Ranch for sure.
Yeah. And then also what I was going to show you is in my booklet of old books and stuff. There is this photo, which is also, you can, I hope it doesn't reflect again. Okay, can you see? Oh, here, I'll just go above it. Do you see this, Sam? So this is us as Int Ranch cadets in our uniforms. I wonder if or here, why don't I just turn it off for 2 seconds while I show you? Is that dumber? No. See how good this light lights up my whole life. Oh, here, I know what I can do. 1 second. Watch out, Fox. 1 sec. Okay, Sam. Keep saying anything about this photo if you want.
Oh yeah, I remember doing like flips off of those swings.
That shouldn't be less.
Like we'd get some momentum. Where's the camera? Okay,
and then Sam, maybe we'll take a little break and we'll do again more photos on another one, because this is photos and stuff. I purposely did episode 10 picture. This is going to be episode 10, episode 10A, episode 10B, 10C, because more photos will come, more video footage and stuff like that. So
perfect. Sounds good to me.
Okay, good. Okay, so this might be a little bit better or not, but can you guys kind of see this?
Yeah.
Who is that little wild child?
Is that you wearing the sunglasses?
Yeah.
Like an OG.
And then that's Michael Flood, Susie Flood's brother. And then do you know who the other one is? Oh, sorry.
Let's see.
Right there. Do you know who that is? See if you can remember.
It's hard.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Nah.
Vanessa Delderfield.
Okay.
She
Sorry,
had a sister.
I had my face up in the camera. Sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. Look at me, because I'm making
like an old. But anyways,
this is that. This is us in the playground. This was us obviously posing for a PR photo where we were all cute and in uniform and stuff.
We get to play around all day, and we're just painting on easels.
Yeah, at the Campbell house. How fun is that?
Yeah. So, and that reminds me of that Castile Canyon Oaks website with like, you know, they're trying to say how everything was so great and dandy. And I think you and me have a picture in it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Not separately, but, you know, like, I'm like, oh,
yeah, let me see if I can pull that up. Oh,
they used me to try to say how good it was. Like, no.
Oh, yeah, that really pissed me off when I saw my face in the Scientology thing. I was like, oh, you think you can use my photo? Anyways, remember when we had dinner parties? Anyways, and they were like, oh, okay, I'll close that and and we'll save those for the next one. Wait, what was the photo I was going to show you about? What did you just ask about?
The Castile Canyon website thing. We both have photos in there.
Yeah, let me go. Okay, so this is the playground, guys. So we obviously have photos that we're showing you like real evidence of like, nope, we were actual cadets there. So none of this is ooga booga wooga wooga. Okay, let me scroll through here really quick. Yeah, so which one was the one with the ranch with us, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Like my face is in the thing. Okay, so right here it says
it's basically a website that's
by the way, whoops, Schneise. No, I don't want to show this.
Okay.
No, not you. I do want to show it, but I want to show it once we're about to be done with showing stuff, because that is the fun. This is a special one. Okay.
But aren't we gonna? Oh, right, because we're pretty much wrapping it up, right? For
no, I mean, like, right? I don't want to overdo your time, Sam. That's my thing. I'm gonna this stuff pumps me up, so like I can do it, but like I don't want to overdo anybody's time. So you tell me. I mean, other than also people watching and stuff. So, but that is.
I'll go through a couple more photos. Sure.
Okay, let me quickly then find this. Then that will be really cute. Oh, yeah. Also, can I just throw some photos up there now so people can see some stuff? And here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do that. Let's do that. Right, Sam?
Yeah.
And then through them, I'm sure there will be some that pop up that are the photos of us or whatever on the stupid Scientology site. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm just looking through these all by myself and not showing you anything. Okay.
All by myself.
Don't wanna be. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna do this so it'll just take me a little because I have to close out each one, but we can kind of get through some of this. Okay, here, let's do this one. This is the front of the motels. Oh my God, wait. Actually, I'm going to put that right there so I can pull it up. The video that I talked to you at the very beginning of this that I told you I have. Just so you know, before y'all are listening, first of all, everybody needs to like this video so that it gets other people to be like, hey, you got to watch. And make sure you subscribe, guys. And if you have a question, highlight it. If you can't afford a chat or a little super chat, because we're going to run through those really quick at the end. Send us some love, send us some views, send us some love, send us some everything. We love it all. And at the end of this video, before we end, I'm going to show you a video that me and Sam, when we were doing a PR video for the Indians and the reservation, all the neighbors of the Int Ranch. We were trying to handle the PR and whatever. So we did this video that I do have of us at the end of this. So before don't let me forget to show people that as like a closing thing for this. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So let's present to you these. So this is the front of the motels, right? I just want people to see this. Can you see? Yes. You see those lamp posts and the front, those rock wall, so it looks beautiful, right? Wouldn't you say, Sam?
Yes, it does. Would they call that the courtyard? Would they call that the courtyard?
This would be the front of the motels. And then when you walk under the oleander and down in there, that would become the courtyard, because that's where all the different dorms and things like that.
Very good on that plant ID. I like that.
So we planted the oleander that's growing over there. We built, my brother and a bunch of Renee Burler's brother, I remember, and I've heard, was like #1 rock builder. Like he would be him and a bunch of these other cadets, the boys, would be like building these rock walls. If you see those 2 lamps in front of the motels right there, there's these rock things around them that hold the lamp, and they did all the wiring and like the cadets are building, these children are building and making and painting the white awnings and making sure the roofs are swept off really nicely and no leaves or all those yellow flower things would land on top. Those so pokey. Do you remember that, Sam?
Like the roof and on the ground.
Yeah, and we'd have to clean it up. We would have checklists and programs. Every day we have to do this. We have to make sure the front is cleaning, because God knows David Miscavige might be coming around the block and doing an inspection.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because yes, like there are pictures and some of them are quite pristine and beautiful, and just to acknowledge that it was the kids that were making it that way. Because landscaping was a position. Like for me, I was a harvester, so I would be out in the fields. Of course, we had certain days where everyone would work together on like projects, from different posts, so there's times that I did landscaping as well. But just one of those things, like it looks that good because we were working there every day. And I was out in the fields harvesting. And some people were landscapers,
Yep. So in this photo, we're harvesting.
Alex Nunn.
Yeah. In this photo, we're harvesting turnips and we're cutting off the roots. We just got them out of the fields and we're cutting off the roots and the tops, and they're in salt water and wash water. And you can see we built those tubs. We put all these pipings and everything together. If it broke, we would have to get it fixed. In this photo, you can see in the very front, Kimberly Alcock. She has this black watch on. I remember she would always wear watches. She was kind of like a smart little nerd. She did read books and she loved horses. She liked horses
for sure.
Yeah, she would draw them. And I thought that was really cool. Anywho, in the middle is Alex Nunn, one of my best friends at the time. He's no longer with us and recently passed away by taking his own life. And Scientology doesn't want to talk about that or say anything about the real reason of what was going on in his life and what he wasn't allowed to talk about and all sorts of things. Apparently he was hiking
right.
and no, he was a very pro hiker and he knows exactly. No, there's just no way.
He did push his body to the extreme. I don't know what happened, but just he was like, you know, so I don't know the story. Is that what you think happened?
I do think that happened. And the way that, even if that didn't happen, the way that Louis Nunn and his family dealt with it and then told me I'm not allowed to go to their funeral, his funeral in Hawaii, after I was going to sing there and everything, because I'm a declared SP. It was just kind of like, this is so effed. And I had just seen Alex months before that. And it just felt so like wrong. I don't know.
If I can say one little story, and I hope it's not like it's with trying to still be respectful to everything. It's about it's about his brother. So I love Alex Nunn. So what I'm saying is I'm more of saying since he's passed, I want to be respectful while telling a story about him. But one time in one of the dorms, me and a bunch of other kids witnessed Louis, his older brother, who's like older by like, I don't know, 5 years or something. He was like the biggest older kid there, one of them, right? He beat Alex, like beat him up like in front of us little kids. There was nothing we could do about it. We were horrified. Just, yeah, one of the just pure violence.
Alex we used to be so close at the Int Ranch, and we would do gymnastics and make up dances together and whatever free time we had. And this kid and I were so close. This kid and I deserved to not die. He deserved to not get beat the shit up by his brother. He deserved to be gay if he was gay. He deserved to not be gay if he wasn't gay and then be told he was gay or a faggot. Like, this is not like to be controlled. His whole life is the reason he was not a happy human.
He was one of the sweetest people I've known.
Human ever. Right.
Yeah.
So many people say that about him, even non-Scientologists. So many people that knew him, like literally his heart is so amazing. And so fuck you, Scientology, for fucking not bringing or showing any respect or any care or anything to this human being. And then telling me that I can't, and telling other suppressive people that they can't show up to my friend's funeral.
And somehow people like Louis that have like done these like heinous things are like in the Sea Org. I don't know where he's at now, but I know he was in the Sea Org. So I feel like crimes can be like absolved in the Sea Org because they want you to do their work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So love you, Alex Nunn. If you happen to be watching, I love your heart and soul. And I know
much love.
I know you're so proud of us for doing this. Anywho, so this was our makeshift little production line, as we would call it. And this photo, we're chopping up either garlic or onions or something. I mean, turnips, right? Turnips. Okay, let's click through some other things. Or I mean, we can also go through comments. It's been 2 hours, so we could go through comments. We could go through more pictures. Let's throw out 2 more pictures. All right.
Okay, and then we have that video. And
then let's do the videos. Okay. Or should we let's do 2 more pictures, go through the comments, and then end with the video.
Sweet.
Okay. Let's show this one, because this is just kind of an up close of what you would see after we were done producing and building a greenhouse. We build all, as you can see. Can you see that, Sam? Yeah, you can see that. So you see, we built these boxes. We built the outside of the greenhouses. Every child at the Int Ranch had some participation in building every single part of this picture that you see.
That reminds me of one incident where I think it was a goat that was tied up. It got tied up outside of one of those greenhouses and
Sam, this was my goat. This was my goat, Lucy. Look, don't even finish saying the story.
Okay.
Because I quickly want to just show people that I immediately know exactly what the F you're talking about. And it's one of my most insane childhood trauma memories. Because this goat I had known and taken care of since I was a freaking child.
Oh, you look so happy.
And I loved her, Lucy. Her name is Lucy.
Wow.
My mom took these photos on her very fancy little camera because she was. I hate this ring light. It feels like you would be able to see it better from here. Anywho, so yes, I know what you're talking about, Sam. That is me with the goat. That.
Do you want to finish that story?
No. Well, basically, they were neglected because this happened during the time. This happened actually a few times with animals, but this definitely happened when we were in the middle of the whole months that it was taking to shift the cadets from getting approval to go to Clearwater. And what happened is the animals at the Int Ranch at this time got neglected. People were just like starting to ship people off and stuff. And so at one point they let the goats like graze or whatever in the greenhouses and eat the weeds and stuff. And the coyotes got to them because they basically ran them around the pole until they couldn't run away from the coyotes anymore. And so part of my trauma of leaving the Int Ranch was that Teddy, the dog I loved and cared for and trained my whole childhood that I knew from when he came to the Int Ranch, was gone because he was eating watermelons, too much watermelons from the fields. That's what they said. But really the truth is they sent him off to the pound. So I'm hoping he got adopted. I'm sure he did, but a lot of unnecessary trauma, Sam, a lot of cover-ups that Scientology does, because the reality is that's just the reality. They don't want people to see boxes like this and go, oh, who did this? Oh, the adult. What do you mean you guys? Wow, you guys. Oh, and then they see more and more and more and like, when did you guys have time to do anything else? That's exactly. It's either you're working 24/7 or you didn't have time to do anything else. Anyway, so that was the story about the goats.
Sorry to bring that up.
No, but that's just amazing that was such a traumatic thing for me. And again, you're bringing it up because it was such a traumatic thing for all the fucking Int Ranch cadets. Anything like this was traumatic.
Because I saw,
and then it was, hey, get your TRs in. They're going to come back in another body, and you're going to gold, and you're going to flag, and you're going to the free winds, and you're going to the AO, LA. So get in gear, get in shape, knock it off.
Yeah, because we saw like the remains, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have stories with the pack ranch with the animals as well, but you know, for another day.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, no, for sure. And I also have, okay, here, let's share this. This is behind the motels. These are just random videos that I did take when I was there. And I want you to see how it kind of looks and feels now, you and everybody watching. And thank you all for watching. And I do see some amazing people in the chat. So I'm trying to keep my vision over here and just all these photos until we can jump to the chat in a few seconds here. Okay. So Sam, this is, can you see this?
Yep.
Okay, so this doesn't look recognizable at the moment, right?
Not really.
But then look, boom, we're behind the motels.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's that propane, right? There used to be a shed around the propane tank.
I remember hiding.
I remember. Yep. And then you see that electrical box right there? We built that. You see all these, there was a lot of things that were just taken away because they had to get basically rid of every single piece of evidence here on this property. And so the rest you see, no matter what, like we built these stairs, we built this rock wall, we built these like these were children's hands on there are DNA in these rock walls that will literally say who built these rock walls. That's so funny. We mix the cement and the concrete to build these things. It looks like shit now, but I'll show you some photos later. This is all recent video footage of the Int Ranch. I
do remember some of those cactuses had like a smooth red fruit.
Yeah,
that once you peeled back the skin, it was like white with black seeds, and that was delicious.
Yeah,
because the other ones had like spikes,
prickly pear. Yeah, those right there. You see?
Yeah,
to the top right, you see those prickly pears, and then on these ones they would have the yummy little red fruits or something, like that. They would be right. I think it was like around there. There used to be right here a big cactus thing.
Yeah, they were easier to handle, where the other ones you had to like process them and skin them or so, like get rid of the thorns.
Yep, I remember all that. But, and then I also remember the cats right here. These were all the dorms of where the cadets would be, overloaded in there. But in one of these windows, I think it was the middle one to the right behind this tree, is where I would sleep one of the times in room 10 or room 9. And I would let Colory, the little cat, jump in the middle of the night when it was raining and stuff. She would jump up on top of that windowsill, and I would be like sneaking her into my bed so that she could be cuddled and cute. That cat put up with so many. Oh my God, she was so amazing, Colory. Anyways, okay, so that's the back of the motels. Boom shakalaka. Is that good? Is that a fun little good experience for you?
It's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird and cool to see at the same time. It's like, it's healing, it's therapeutic. And then again, you remember all these freaking things and you're like, what? Oh, here's, this one. This one, we're going to end on this one. I'm going to end on the pictures and then we'll go to comments. This one, you can explain this one. I would say this is, actually, you explain it. I won't say who's in this because this just shows Sam knows who this be. Can all y'all see this?
Oh yeah, my boy Darren.
Your boy Darren Bullstad, and behind him is the one and only Sam Francis.
Little old me.
There's Sam.
That's the thing, yeah. With some spinach in my mouth, because I was a harvester. Darren was so cool, and
so cool.
What's his brother's name?
Anthony Bullstad.
Anthony, yeah. He was all right. No, he was cool as well. But Darren was, in my opinion, he was always super nice to me. But yeah, that's what would you call that shed where we would process everything?
This was called the provender shed.
Okay, yeah. And that's the German guy.
Martin Haubscheit.
He would kind of run that area.
Yeah, Martin Haubscheit and Didi Carlson.
Okay.
Martin Haubscheit and Didi Carlson would run the vegetables and that end of it. And then I think eventually Barbara Tompkins might have even got involved a little, but like at least in the run. And then Casavius Tabioyan, who was also called Michael Probilski legally, but Mr. Or Cat, we called him, or Mr. T, right? Or what did we end up calling him?
Well, because wasn't he
Mr. Tab? Mr. Tab.
The younger guy? Because he was adopted by the big boss. He was the guy that ran.
Yeah, Michael Probilski adopted Casavius Tabioyan at the Int Ranch because Michael Probilski was the Int Ranch IC at the time. But David Miscavige was trying to hide Casavius Tabioyan from his own mother and father, who were like leaving or were no longer interested in being part of the Scientology or Sea Org or whatever. Anyways, they were being declared, and David Miscavige was hiding their child from him. That's exactly why Casavius ended up being at the Int Ranch. And we can talk about that more, but that will be on another thing with I'm going to do, like I said, we're going to be mentioning every child that was ever at the Int Ranch, and we're going to be mentioning every cadet and adult and every human that was at the Int Ranch or has major, whatever's to do. But I hear, what are you harvesting here, Sam?
Spinach.
Is it spinach? It's big leaf healthy health. It was big leaf healthy organic spinach, huh?
Yeah, like spinach on crack. No,
yeah, no. I mean, we had really good vegetables.
For sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's spinach, but it's true. It looks huge.
Yeah, it could be lettuce or whatever, but it is spinach. And I do remember picking those spinach leaves, and they were amazing and crunchy and really delicious and really healthy.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. Look at, oh wait, I just want to, let me see if I can do this. Let's zoom in on this little cutie pie right here. What is this cutie patootie? Look at those. Oh, not to mention, did y'all see the stacks of freaking spinach leaf boxes right above his head, Sam Francis? Look at those bins full of lettuce and spinach.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Look.
Yeah, that's a lot. Doesn't look very safe. No.
Nothing does. Yeah. Anywho. Okay, cool. All right. So let's go to chats. Is there anything else you want to say before I jump into these chats?
Well, just the fact that that is on their website trying to basically say how good the Int Ranch was. Like, I think they did it to respond to all of the bad publicity and kids being like this place was, you know, not cool. So they're like, oh, let's make a website saying how great it was. And the fact that they used a picture with me in it, you know, to try to like
make it look like it really was that good. And even the people talking out about it, if they're going to say something, it's not true. Look, they're right here in the photos.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ironic. And when I saw that, I was like, part of me was like, yes, because I'm like, they're using me, but I can say, you know, no, I can say how it was. You know, definitely there's fond memories, you know, and also you have to look at the silver lining when you're in a situation like that. Like, of course, there's moments where, like, you know, and stolen moments and being with friends, you know, especially compared to actually being in the Sea Org, it was like a walk in the park, you know, being a cadet.
Oh yeah. Right.
So I'm not going to say it all sucked, but a lot of it sucked. And so don't be using
it was
my
fun.
face.
It was fun laughing when we were kind of making fun of the person taking the photo. Like, we would make faces or like be weird, and they'd be like, okay, don't do that. You have to keep your PR in. So all these photos of us, even if we are smiling, it's kind of like we're joking and degrading about being like professional about the photo.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And so we're laughing about the end of it, and they're like, oh, good. Got that photo. Okay, guys, that's enough. Get back to work. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So cool. Okay. First of all, Jen, look at this little cutie pie, amazing supporter babe. Let's read it. Lara is an angel. Sending love to all who are speaking out. Y'all are badass. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Y'all. Cheers. Sam, we need to get you your... Do you have a drink, or did I just catch you right on the last thing and you're like, okay, it's ready? Yeah. I didn't even allow you to get a beer.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Cool. Cheers, y'all. Thank you, Jen.
Cheers.
Thanks, Jen. You sweet. Okay. Let's go to Miss Goldie, the one and only Queen Mod. She says, you can read these, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Cool. She said, Goldie says, we know you're only second best to family, but just know we treasure you, our little goldenrod.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, they're really supportive. Amazing. Thank you, Goldie, sweetheart, little angel, baby, boo-boo, bobo, popo. Joni Cummings, Lara FM, I can't super chat what I want. Nice to meet you, Sam. Oh, you sweetie. Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah, your support and you being here, and you're just a little schmuggy that gives us energy to be as real and loving as we can, you know? Thank you, Mr. from a poet, Brian Lucas.
Ooh.
Brian Lucas. I don't know why I did that either. I did fun random accents, guys. Thank you. Look from our one and only Mr. Gary Jackson Moorhead. Woohoo! It's a Lara FM party. Party on Wayne. B Hines. Tim Hines was asking, Tim Hines' dad, Bruce Hines, was asking if you have a pic of his son. Probably do, but it would be nice to talk to Bruce as well. Okay, thank you, by the way, Gary. Mr. Jackson.
I remember
yeah, go ahead, Sam.
When
Don't get distracted.
That day when me and my sister went up into the gold base, like, and I think you remember that. That was before I went to the Int Ranch. So technically we weren't supposed to be there. I remember
right.
Tim Hines was like one of the first like Int Ranchers that I met.
Yeah.
We were like going down that slide, the waters kind of slide. It was like a
whoa, I forgot about that.
It was like, what would you say, like a
it's kind of like
water slide or something?
Yeah, is it in like, wasn't it? The only reason I kind of remember it, I remember
in the
taking
lake.
like, yeah, it would be around the purification area. Like when I would go for the run, we would always see it around the running program or whatever. Anyway, so that's, whoa, see that memory of I was like a slide with water, what? And then I remembered, oh, for Sea Org days and stuff, they used to let us go to Gold Base and do these things.
Yeah.
That used to be fun, but never, no, after years, sorry, I keep interrupting you, but after years, they stopped doing fun Sea Org days. And the other day was Sea Org day and we did a whole, by the way, if you're watching, we're trying to get Liz Ferris to be reintroduced to her father at Gold Base, Bob Ferris. And so there's this whole fun, supportive thing going down with Bob Ferris and Degraded Daughters of Dianetics, their YouTube channel. Go check them out. Go support them. There's still a link to support Liz Ferris, but basically they're just supporting her with funds so that when she goes to the Gold Base, she's able to make sure there's money there set aside specifically just to help her get in touch, handle her dad, whether it's a lift, whether it's money to get food while she's in the middle of nowhere, whether it's whatever it is, to grab a lift if she does, like, okay, let's go, just get a lift, go. Like, whatever it is, if she needs to switch cars randomly and has to put a $400 deposit on the car so that the PIs aren't falling, it's whatever it is, the cushion of the money is there for whatever reason to help Liz get Bob Ferris out and up. Sam just left, but he'll be back. What a funny, he clicked the wrong thing. He's going to be live. You clicked the wrong thing.
Me?
I think you clicked the wrong thing and it put you out for a second. But anywho, but so it's cool because it's all helping to get Ferris or some connection with Liz to speak to Bob. It's so unfair that Scientology has such a grip on people's families that they can't even come outside the Gold Base. Okay, great. We get you a private property. Blah, 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 blah. We've been on it. We know it. We know the rules. Let my mother, let Bob Ferris, let your mother come outside the Gold Base gate and talk to us separately, away from any Sea Org members or anybody. I want to have a one-on-one, at least 1 hour conversation with my mother by herself and with me. And they aren't allowing Liz to do that. So there's this huge thing. Huge. It's just huge. Just kidding. Anyway, so we're all supporting this. So this is really cool. I just wanted to throw that out there. But I also wanted you to finish what you're saying.
Oh no, that was it. Just Tim Hines. I just have good memories because of him, because like that, you know, he was very nice to me when I first got up there. And so when I finally did go to the Int Ranch, I was like, he was one of the only people that I knew, you know, already.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. And Tim also, like, Tim was such a really sweet, sort of shy, very gentle, kind of funny, but like not like outgoing. But do you remember this? Tim Hines, he he was playing with a bullet in the maintenance shed with the compressor, the metal compressor. I totally remember this. Excuse
that
me.
might have been. Oh.
God, get those demons out. So excuse me. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so anyways, I would love to, I mean, I want to get it. I'm going to figure out how to get a hold of Tim. I did talk to him and we had a quick little interaction and I was in a hurry. Suzanne was waiting for me with a bunch of the stuff loaded, like full in the car. And I'm like, I'm waiting for a hot dog for me and Suzanne. Cause that's like, we're just like getting a hot dog at Home Depot now. Like whatever. Those things are so good. Anyways. So we're getting in the car, and as I'm waiting, I was going, okay, I'm gonna get these hot dogs and go in the car. And as I'm waiting at the hot dog stand, Tim is also waiting for a hot dog.
Wow, small world, huh?
Bruce Hines. I mean, I don't know where does Bruce. I mean, Gary Jackson left that comment, but like, does Bruce speak to Tim? I don't know. So I want to find out. So weird, small world. But anyways, he was playing with a bullet on like one of these machines in the maintenance shed where all the tools are, where the kids would run up to go. Anyways, whatever. That's another whole long story. But he was just, I don't know. Anyways, he was compressing the bullet. He wanted to get the gunpowder out of the bullet. And so he thought,
did it explode?
Yeah, and it's actually a very smart idea. If you're a kid and you're not like, you're kind of like, okay, I'm going to use this wrench and these things that I've learned to open up this bullet. Anyways, and it exploded and he went blind. I had to go to, anyways, that's the whole thing that I would like to talk to Tim and his dad about. So we'll see if we get there. So yeah, about that one, Lil Jackson, he brought up Bruce and Hines and okay. Tip 45. We love you. Thank you for your hearts. Close your eyes, wrap your arms around you and squeeze tight. Love.
That's very sweet.
Thank you, Tip 45. That was very sweet. I was kind of reading it like, okay. Oh, I have to do that. Thank you, sweethearts. Okay, let's go back. Let's go. Thank you for your supports and your live chats and everything. Y'all are awesome. We're going to run through some quick questions. And if you have any last minute wow, what am I trying to say? If you have any last minute donations or big questions you want to ask as we go through this, because I do know that happens, more questions, and some people are like, wait, and now I have another question that was even more than the question that I put money. Just put up a quick little chat, throw $2, $1, blah blah blah, or caps it really big, the question first, so I can scroll down and know, oh, somebody's specifically asking a question. Okay, this is how things get done around here at the Lara FM TV studio. Sam, I need a proper laugh from you. Thank you. Thank you.
I should have said
job, Lara. You're so funny.
No, you're killing it. Oh, and there's the kitty behind you. That's so cute.
Oh, my
making
bubs.
an appearance.
My bubskies. Yeah. Hi, Bubba's. Look, she's like those raccoons, you know, on the TikTok. They're like, you don't see us.
Nothing to see here.
To see here. Yeah. So funny. Okay. Woo. Okay, so let's go through thank y'all for being here, by the way. Thank you for sticking around. We are definitely going to be doing a part 2 and 3 and 4 probably, because we have a lot of more pictures and a lot more video footage. And I have footage and pictures that I will take out of my shiny ass glossy album, so you're not reflecting on the lights. But
yeah,
like,
I was thinking
there's things that you're saying, Sam, that I'm like, okay, I'm not going to interrupt because I'm learning to also hear, kind of let a conversation go as it goes, even though we are wild minds. But like, if I were to just say something about every picture right when I look at it, it would feel like I'm interrupting everything. So I just really love our flow, and it's so perfect because you're there in a lot of these moments. So it's like so perfect for you to be like, oh yeah, and add to it, or oh, don't forget, you know, whatever.
Right.
I think that's so cool. Okay. And thank you again for all your support, for all you guys being here in the chat. I'm going to run through these. And Sam, if you have anything you want to add to any of the things, just add. Don't, yeah. I just see, I'm definitely not going to click on, like, you know, I mean, I'm definitely not going to click on things like this. That was a good one, right, Sammy?
That was pretty good.
God. What's this? Miranda Brinker. I have to tell you that you may be in your mid-30s, but every time you talk about your parents, I see the little girl in your eyes that has so much pain. It's fucking true. I never realize that people, when I am talking about, I probably have visual sadness, and it's very valid. Yes. I would love to actually hold and be with my mom. I would love to just tell her, hey, thank you for finally coming out of the Sea Org and coming out of the world and just giving this a chance. Like, that's the truth. Like, I have the utmost love for my mom. I don't know why. It's there though.
It's never, for my dad. Never too late. It's never too late.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Miranda Brinker, you sweet little heart babies. Thank you for y'all just catching in. Look, I finally got a live notice. Yay, from Mojave City. Hi, Cece. Hi, sweet angel, baby supporter of love and magic. She's so cool. Yeah, she's a good one to go camp. Well, in fact, Sam, we'll go camp out with her. She's out in Mojave whenever you come visit me. Look at this. Miranda said, OMG, Sam got out of the car. So funny. Oh, that sucks. See, so this is why you have to like and subscribe and do all that and share. I never get any from channels. It's so weird. So yeah, the algorithm, it does help. If you like it, it does help. If you like the video and you subscribe or you share it, it starts to show, oh, the algorithm starts to get it. They start to understand that there's actually other people here trying to speak out and tell our stories.
It took me a second to get that last joke, but now I get it because I was in the car the last couple times.
I was like, yes,
that's pretty good.
I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah. We out here, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna scroll down to, yeah, I love that. We out here. Here, Jefferson Hawkins. Do you know Jeff Hawkins? He knows a lot about our family and members, and he knows a lot of people. He was at Gold. He's a sweetie. He knows my mom and dad very well. Jeff Hawkins said, what did it say? I spent time at both the Int Ranch and the Pack Ranch when they were both used for adult detention.
Wow. Okay, so that makes sense. This was before us, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, well, Jefferson Hawkins. We just say Jeff Hawkins. Jeff, will you tell us what years were you at the Int Ranch and what years were you at the Pack Ranch? Because that would be interesting for us to know, even for other people watching from before the Int Ranch and all that happened and started. Or were you there during it? Let us know, Mr. Hawkins.
And that would be cool to hear, well, like what that was like, you know? So
yeah, give us a quick scoop in the comments, Mr. Hawkins. That would be so amazing. Yes, like this is a very troubled teen industry. It's horrific. Yep. Yeah, somebody said Surge's photos of child labor are chilling. Yeah, this is what we're showing now. That's it. No more fucking bullshit and no more hiding stuff. And I don't care if I cry and I don't care what judgment I get. Barf. I don't care. Comment. As a parent, it's hard to imagine how cadets. Sorry. I was like, oh, you're a parent. That's so nice. Sorry. As a parent, it's hard to imagine how cadets' parents disconnect from them. Not in an SP way, but it's a disconnection. Yeah. Like just that's the thing. It's not like we're saying SP. I didn't even finish the thing. I can't imagine leaving my kids and not seeing them for days. That's two things. So by the way, when you're an SP, it's like, yeah, you can't imagine your parents not disconnecting from you, but also we were raised to only see our parents for 2 hours a week. That was the normal standard. If we saw them more, that would be great. But Sam, did you ever see your parents more than the allotted 2-hour free time CSP? There was no like extra time, right? Unless it was like Auditor's Day or Seer Days or a special Scientology occasion.
Yeah, with my mom, it was usually like sometimes like once a year around like the New Year's event or around Christmas, you know.
Right, because they would come down to the pack base. We're gonna. I want everybody to remember this. There's no public shuttles. There's no SEER member that's ever allowed to go from just walk off the Gold Bay property, go on a public bus to go to the LA organization or event. There are only certain shuttles, approved and designed shuttles, that leave Gold Base and go to Los Angeles, and for only specific reasons. And one of them is would be to shuffle down once every. Actually, it wouldn't be every event. It would only specifically be maybe that big IRS event that Dave Miscavige was like, the whole world of Scientology needs to be at this event. Right? Because he wanted to show the whole planet that he's now the new leader for getting the thing that L. Ron Hubbard couldn't accomplish. The war is over. Because I'm David Miscavige. Anywho. So wow, getting side distracted. So where did
for me it was like maybe once a year.
That's what I was sorry. That's what I was getting to. Is his mom would have to take so the only reason Gold Base ever gets approval to leave Gold Base as like a chunk and on a bus run or something is because they're going like to the movies for the once. But this doesn't happen recently. This only happened maybe 10, 15 years ago when the base wasn't as on fire. I would even say almost 20 years ago now, but when it wasn't as heated and now completely insane as it is, they would allow certain days off or a certain amount of hours for Christmas to go get Christmas presents with your $45 paycheck for your child at the Int Ranch who needs brand new underwear or a pair of shoes or socks or just a pack of white t-shirts for Walmart. And these are all put as Christmas presents because it's so fun to feel nice and fresh. But you don't realize that this is completely child neglect coming from the outside world watching in. Like if you were, it's insane that a child doesn't have just even a few pairs of shoes that they can mess up and not get in trouble for ruining because they just broke or they got holes in them a few days of work. You know what I mean? Like, why I buy you new shoes? Why are you messing things up? Because I'm working more than an adult would. I'm doing things that adults and shit do. What do you mean? Why is my uniform dirty? Because I don't get proper shipment from the UPS store where they give you uniform and stuff. You just have to like come, Mom, I need. Oh, now you're turbulating the executive because they're no longer your parent because you're asking them for things that they're wondering why you didn't ask them before and why I didn't know you needed underwear. It's so funny how my mother always through therapy, I'm starting to realize my mother always made me feel bad if she felt bad about something that was happening to me. Like I don't know if she's aware of this or not. And I'm sure it's a little bit in the structure of Scientology's building of being a narcissist, building narcissists out of nothing. But I like every time that I like, oh, my teeth or this or anything, it was always like, oh, honey, like, I told you not to do that or whatever. And it's just like, great, thanks. Anyways, whatever. Okay. So yes, imagine leaving kids. Oh yeah. What I was going to say is like some of us, the fucked up thing is like Sam saying he only got to see his parents if they had some reason as part of their job, or if it was a demanding order from the leader at the time to catch that you need to be on the bus, not even catch it. Here's a bus of the approved people that are allowed to go from the Gold Base down to the live event. And Sam and Miriam were probably so excited or whatever, waiting for their mom, like, oh, good. I hope they're going to be, oh, is your mom here? Good. Diane is here. Oh, my mom's here. Oh, good. The whole cine crew is here. Like, that's how you would know.
And they would still be working, they
would be working. You're not like, it would be actually, my mom it would kind of be like, honey, my job here is to do this. So, if somebody sees, if I need to get back to the post right away, I love you very much. And I'm so happy to see you. It's so good to see you. How are you? Oh, I love you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, like they were there for the event. Like, so I enjoyed the events because it was something different. And, but they would still, so they wouldn't be doing their post, but they would still be there having to do stuff, you know? It like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not like it was like, oh, actually spending time with your family, but that was in some years, the one time that I could see her was during an event. And so it would be like just briefly,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I saw
know exactly
my dad a little bit more because he was at the pack base, but you know, even then it's like maybe a few times a year, a bit more frequent.
Yeah. Oh, and here's an answer. To legally drive a bus 18 passengers or more, you need a Class B driver's license. I drove a school bus when I lived in San Antonio. See, so you do need specific license and stuff. And I do remember that they finally did get it. I don't know, whatever. If you turn 16 in the Sea Org, it's not like they let you take time off to get a license. Sorry, I don't know why this is so funny, blow drill. If you turn 16 in the Sea Org, it's not like it reminds me of my brother when he was shipped to fucking Gold Base, I think at 16 or 17 when he got his GED, and then it's just like, oh, there you go, back to your post. Like there's no life for you anymore. You're not like just allowed to go get a driver's license.
Right.
That's like an outside WOG world thing. Why do you need that? What do you mean? Anywho, okay, so let me finish. If you turn 16 in the Sea Org, it's not like they let you take time off to get a license. Right. You actually have to get approval to get like to need or want a license. You have to get okayed, and then you have to do your own car course or whatever that they make you do in the Sea Org, and then you have to go take the test, and then it's just like such bullshit, and then you barely use your driver's license. So like you're gonna get in an accident in 2 seconds because you just anyways, and then you're in liability, and then trees, and the whole thing starts all over again. Okay, so that's why I'm laughing so hard, because this in itself is just like such a crazy thing. If you get caught driving, then you pulled it in and you are PTS. Exactly. It's all your fault. Get the fuck out of here. What do you already brought things up about that, Sam, about driver's license, and like seemed like nobody actually had a driver's license. And
yeah, like I don't think it was in their best interest for Sea Org members to have driver's license. You know what I mean? So
no,
I think
it's actually not. It would be the opposite. Right. It would be like, oh, that makes it more possible for them to blow.
Yeah, so I think maybe if for some reason, if your post involved it, like if you were the medical liaison officer and you had to maybe bring someone to the hospital occasionally, then you would have to have it. But I think the other scenario would be if, hey, what's up, Cornelius? The other scenario would be like if you would be more like for a public relations thing, like if you had family that were like, you know, maybe that you had to visit or something, like, but that would only be like if they were like high profile or something, like where if it was tentative for public relations. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
If there was some scenario where they had to allow you to like go visit your family occasionally if they were like local, and so that it is not a flap, you know? Mm-hmm. A flap being like a problem that they have to
a PR flap, something that's annoying for Scientology to now have to handle.
I didn't know anyone that had a driver's license, like maybe one or two people, you know. Right. I remember at Flag, sometimes on a Saturday, whatever CSP day that was, we would
Saturday was Renos, right? Sunday morning was CSP.
Was the CSP, that's right. In Florida at Flag, sometimes we would play football. So a couple people from the QI, the Quality Inn, would go over to, what was the other berthing? The main berthing.
Hacienda.
The Hacienda. And we'd go to some field.
Hacienda Gardens. I mean, right. Guys, catch on. This is why Serge Del Mar keeps saying hotels. You know, hotels, call them what they are, the Hacienda Gardens. And you made a great point about it. Why does the Golden Era Productions base sign only have this like sunshiny little image when it really is RTC, WDC, the headquarters, ASI? Why don't we start labeling all the lawyers of Scientology are here? Like, why doesn't it have there? You know, anyway, sorry. Yeah.
So there was someone that did have a license in a car, and a bunch of people would pile into the car to drive to go play football. and I rode in the trunk a couple times.
I mean, that now sounds absolutely exciting. It sounded like at least we'll be able to get there and have fun. So it never seemed out of line to be in the fucking trunk of a car just to go to a football game that you were going to play for 30 minutes and then come back.
Exactly. Yep.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And so these were the things that also kept us in a way, because we were still having fun in these little pockets. And these are those moments that you're talking about. Like, I still had these really precious friends, and I still do. They're just not talking to me. But if they were out, we would be close again, like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So free Xenu prod. What? Where you finish? What you go?
The last thing was, you know, I was on Radit lines 3 different times, like you were, and those first 2 times, part of what got me to go back in was just, it's all the pressure, and you're working on decks doing manual labor, and you can't see any of your friends. And so just being able to see my friends again was part of the reason why I'd be like, fuck it, you know, I'll go back in. You know what I mean? I just want to see my friends, you know?
Here, that was read this. You read this, Sam.
You both
this
deserve
is for all the cadets.
Marked.
This is for all the Int Ranch, and I'm a blow drill. I'm shouting this one out for all the Int Ranch and Pack cadets, and for all the Clearwater cadets, just cadets and children in Scientology.
You both deserve the childhood marked by strong relationships, trust, affection, resilience, and self-esteem. Heart. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Cornelius also said you should dig up the Hubbard policy letters on children sometimes. Sam jumped away, or maybe the internet did. Cornelius said you should dig up the Hubbard policy letters on children sometimes. I have them. I'm going to be doing episode 11B with Janice Gillum. Sam, that would be fun for you to join. I already told her that maybe you would join. She is considered second generation because she was 4 years old. No, she was 11 years old when she officially started being L. Ron Hubbard's messenger.
Wow.
For L. Ron Hubbard directly, and then has been in it her whole life. And so she just has so much knowledge of the beginnings of it and how L. Ron Hubbard himself was, and where like the cadets and all this whole idea started working. And she, and you know, she was actually one of the original people who were putting the Int Ranch together. She actually, I said that right. I'm just so there's, you know, Ryden Arbuckle.
Yeah. We almost became like half brothers.
Whoa, why?
Like his dad almost married my mom at, you know, the Int, but they weren't allowed to because like one of them was like in lower conditions.
that is not the reason. There's some other reason that they're just not saying. Like, that is not the reason. Anyways, but that's insane. That's crazy. Okay, so Ryden Arbuckle, Janice specifically, Ryden Arbuckle was down as a baby child in the LA PAC CEO or whatever, ATA. And Janice was like, no, this is not okay. This is not okay that she knows their mom and dad are not with their son. They're like, she didn't get approval or anything. She ordered like, you get Ryden Arbuckle there right now to their family. Like, and so that's the only reason Ryden Arbuckle ever went to the Int Ranch, was because Janice approved and said like, I cannot believe that this child is away from their parents at such a young baby age. And so that's why Ryden Arbuckle, so young, was able to go to the Int Ranch. I'm waiting for Ryden to reach out to me and not ask me like, hey, how did you get to the Int Ranch? Which he did message me about. I want him to message me and be like, all right, let's talk about everything. Let's go. And also, I would love to see and know all the knowledge that you have about me and my mom and my dad and everything. So yeah, anyways, it was cool to be like the other day on an episode with Janice, where she can be giving these people beginning life informations about themselves. Like, pretty insane. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, we have the policies. Janice will be here whenever our lives come together again. Who knows? It could be anytime soon. So they are dug up. They are here. We have them. I have them in my hard drive. And I was like, I'll save these for Janice instead of me and Sam talking about them, because we're going to be like, nope, we don't know anything. Okay. Thank you, Purple Goody. Hello from St. Louis City. Yes. Goldie, my girl. Goldie, you're badass. That would be so, this is going to be so fucked up to say, but what if Goldie, no, that's not. It's just, okay, I'm not going to say, and I'm out. Lots of love, Lara and Sam. That was Blow Drill. Thank you, Blow Drill. Thank y'all all for your support. You guys are really fun and cool, and you say the right things. Sam, you are Lara's therapy, and Lara is, I was going to say Lara Sam's therapy. It is very true. We both are each other's. Yep, that's really cool.
Some cool comments from Cornelius. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, so cool. Did you hear this? They're talking about when we were explaining the booths and stuff. So many. Chuck Beatty. So many trees. I recall the 1994 Sea Org Day. If you did the same drive-by in 1994 August, you could see the hundreds of gold base, int base, ASI staff, all there, events, etc. Tree hiding tech. Yeah. Exactly. Yep, totally. They were all installed there on purpose so that people would stop filming inside. Same with the Int base and the Int Ranch. The kids were trained at the Int Ranch to run inside and hide from the intruders if there were reporters and SPs basically flying over trying to get footage of us working to make Scientology look bad. They're trying to get footage of us working so that they can say, look, they're doing this child work. And it's like, no, but it's true. Like, we were slaves. We had to get permission to get drinks of water. You had to finish your section of de-weeding. You had to be upset to watch movies. You were assigned certain food. You were assigned certain positions and jobs. You were only allowed to eat certain foods every single time of the day, every single time of the week. We were only allowed to eat certain things were purposely taken away from us that are just joyful. Like when we were allowed, or who we were allowed to listen to in music, or what videos to watch. We were never allowed to watch MTV. We're nothing.
Yeah, there was a period at the Pack Ranch where it was similar. There were reporters like hiding in the hills, trying to, get footage or take pictures. So they
doing the same thing at the Int Ranch. It wasn't just flyovers. They even they somehow got permission to get on the Indian res, and probably because the Indians on the reservation were just like, we're sick of this Scientology, because they never wanted they never wanted Scientology on their property. So I think they were just annoyed the whole time anyways, yeah, go. Sorry.
Yeah, we would pretty much stay indoors for the most part. This was a period of, I don't know how long, maybe like a week or a couple weeks. But there would be someone on a bike assigned to or maybe one or two kids on a bike with walkie-talkies that would go and get kids if they got a phone call, or would be like the communicators. But for the most part, we would be indoors, except for when we are going from building to building.
Right. You mean at the Int Ranch or?
At the Pack Ranch.
Oh, okay.
So it was, there was something similar, because you were just talking about that at the Int Ranch.
Oh, do you mean that this was happening during a time when there was a lot of reporters?
I'm just saying at the Pack Ranch, there was a period where there was reporters as well, and so they kind of.
Oh, that's what I mean. No, and so they started to say, "Hey, if these people come around, all you need to do is get inside," because they're trying to get. And they would even say they're trying to get pictures of you screaming or having a fight, and or having an ARC break. And instead of how we handle it correctly, like they just made it in the Scientology language, like, hey, they are SPs, they are reporters, and reporters are just trying to get, like, who's interested in getting news from children who are just trying to learn to help be better the world? Like, this is just people trying to stop our mission. That's what we're thinking as kids. So
even just the fact that usually we would be out working, like for a certain part of the day, they had to stop doing that so that the reporters couldn't see us doing that,
Right, 100%. They don't want any. They don't need any. There's a photo is an evidence. An original photo is evidence.
Right. Yep.
So yeah. Okay, read this one, Sam.
So the food runs. We on the RPF had a 2-man team come over to the back of main house and get the RPF food, metal trays, and use a special RPF wheelbarrow to give the food over to the RPF camp.
Wait. Sam knows exactly what you're talking about, Chuck Beatty.
So,
I can't believe this. Wait, he's saying he was on the RPF at the Int Ranch.
Yeah.
We on the RPF had a 2-man team. Right. We talk about this, Chuck. We call them their buddies. Everybody has a buddy system. On the RPF, we were told, oh, everybody on the RPF at the Int Ranch has a twin, has a buddy. So it feels like in the sense of Scientology and how you were being raised and fucking forced to be raised as non-children that we are, we're understanding going, oh, that's cool. Even on this rehabilitating project, really intense program. It's like a boot camp, but it's really good because at the end, the spirit is revitalized, right? We even think, oh, that's so cool. Each person on this program gets a twin, a buddy that they can relate with and they can audit and they can really tell them how they feel and they run with them everywhere. That's the thing. That's the idea we're thinking. So we would see these RPFers after or even during when that van is backing up, they're backing up the food. We open the door and there's hot pans, just like Gary. He was like, they just slap it and be like, here's some extras and here's the leftovers. And all right, there was plenty of, broccoli. So you guys get an extra pan of broccoli. And so the RPFers would get the scraps of that. So
I'm glad he brought that up.
I'm so glad. Like, these are the things. I have photos of these. We're going to definitely have a lot of, I love the photos. You know that?
So
the photos bring up everything. But so I have a photo where there's the even shed where the RPFers were supposed to, once they brought them back from their land area, right? They would, from the RPF base, they would drop off their clean pans under this metal shack where the van would back up and unload everything. So we would always see 2 RPFers because they were always twinned and buddied. And we would think, oh, good, no, they're twins. But the truth is the twins are there to not let the other one blow or to report the other one if they're doing something that's not okay.
I'm glad he brought that up.
I'm so glad he brought Chuck. Thank you.
The food run, we would get food
runs. There would be 3 meals a day from Gold Base to the Int Ranch. You finish, but I just want people to know that breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and which I showed you guys that bridge footage earlier. If there was a big flood or something, food shortage we're going to have to there would be some people at sometimes. This is so fucking insane that in social services and even environmental services, or whatever it's called, that comes and see what fire department or whatever, would see, can this, is this sustainable? The bridge flooded all the time. That's why I show that tunnel. I can't believe I was walking through that tunnel, but this bridge flooded all the time with really strong water. There would be a waterfall coming off that bridge into that creek. Right. And so at times the place would be so flooded they couldn't even get the bus or something across, even though they're really heavy. They didn't want to risk the bus or something sliding off. You fucking get my fear now every time. Anyways, whatever. They put a pulley line, a rope line with bins that would have the food in it, zip it across the street, and then somebody with another vehicle would take it in and bring it up to the main land on the property, to the main house where we'd all eat in the dining room. That's what would happen. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, no. Thanks for bringing that up, Chuck, because sometimes I forgot about the RPFers that were at the Int Ranch.
Because we weren't allowed, the RPFers are not allowed to associate. They're not allowed to negotiate or associate. They really aren't. Also, it was really weird. The RPFers are not allowed to talk to the cadets. It was like.
Oh, yeah.
And am I wrong, Sam? Didn't some of the RPFers call some of the cadets "Hi, sir"?
Possibly, probably.
I remember a few RPFers calling me "Hi, sir," and I felt so bad, but I was like, "Oh, hi." Like, oh, I'm not mad at you, but I might be a senior to you, but hi. I don't know. I just felt, anyways, whatever. That's crazy. Yes, Chuck, check. I mean, who's this Chuck guy? I'm sure everybody knows him, but this is the first time, and he has commented things before, but the food runs, like, that's crazy. The 3 only food runs, right? The food runs at we on the RPF, which means that he's at the RPF on the hidden RPF. By the way, this isn't a known Int RPF. There was no Int RPF. That's what the outside world knows. Even PAC-based Sea Org members and everybody just think the RPF is at the RPF base down at AOLA, right? That's what I'm assuming. There's no gold RPF. And there was. It was hidden at the Int Ranch. Because they didn't want, say, Dave Miscavige didn't want to secretly, internally put Mark Yeager and Edie in on the RPF and these other execs openly. He just wanted to do it internally so that he could demean them and anyways, it was just, it's the whole psychological control and grossness of this. It makes sense to me, but it's quite insane to me when people aren't really getting it. And it's kind of like, wake up. Every single thing we're talking to, like Chuck here saying the food runs, we on the RPF had 2-man teams come over to the back of the main house. Sorry, there's all these codes. And get the RPF food metal trays and use special RPF wheelbarrows. This is equivalent to slavery, guys, to carrying your food in wheelbarrows to ship it off to the rest of people that are working and doing your work. Anyways, over to the RPF camp. And the RPF camp is how far? Probably like maybe a mile with a wheelbarrow. Chuck can answer that, I'm sure. And I know we have a lot of things. Anyways, thank you, Chuck. We're moving on, but woo, what a good one. And thank you for bringing that up. Jam.
It's
woo.
Yeah, it sounds like they're feeding livestock with wheelbarrows. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you guys didn't get that,
it's crazy.
It sounds like he's feeding livestock.
We're almost going on.
Yeah, no, I heard you, Sammy. Sorry. Lara, this is interesting after hearing the names of these places so often on the SPT family, because now they're starting to make sense to see the pictures. That's what I'm saying. Some people are saying this and be like, don't say sorry. Keep talking about that boring thing because I have so much I know about that, or my sister went through that, or whatever. So, okay, Sam, this one's for you.
Sam, if you're comfortable to answer, are you in touch with your mom in any way today? No. She disconnected from me. I don't know. It's been at least 5 years, I would say. Her and my mom and my brother disconnected from me at the same time. They didn't tell me anything, just never heard from them again. Partially probably because my sister went on Leah Remy's, Scientology in the aftermath. And sort of, in a way, you're expected to, if someone gets declared, you're guilty by association if you don't disconnect from them. I also made a post on Facebook a little before that happened. And it actually was because people were messaging me being like, do you know Lara? You're friends with Lara on Facebook and she's declared. And so I was like, if someone else sends me one more of these messages, I'm going to post it, to like try to dissuade people from doing this.
Right.
So I think between those two things, yeah, I was declared. I was never told that I was declared a suppressive person, and I found out through a friend. So they're very sneaky these days. But yes, I am no longer in touch with my mom or my brother.
Okay, well, that answers that. So I'm going to shuffle through. Thank you, Sam, for that. And also, this was about, remember, we were talking about Mike, and Jeff's such a sweet human, and he understands the whole shit of this, but he is just mentioning, I've seen Mike Ritter apologize time and time and again, and I would say that some of the things he has done to help people getting out is definitely a test. Yeah, exactly. I agree. We all agree. We're not saying that, but we're also allowed to say exactly how we feel at times that we felt how we felt. And we love you, Jeff, and I can't wait to do a live with Jeff Hawkins with all this glorious, loving, beautiful, sincere information. Cornelius and Gary talking about lost the love of his life. Oh, it's true. See, Cornelius is on top of this stuff. Okay, there's some other ones I started, but I keep bringing up. You can hear me, right? Everything good? The mic sounds different. Yeah, my mic sounds different all of a sudden, but I know it's not. Okay, I just quickly want to bring up Chuck's other comments because he's kind of knowledgeable and all this shit. Hey, do you remember the ghetto blaster boombox in the fields to scare away the crows and etc.? Do you remember that, Sam? I do.
I don't think I do.
Thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
This guy
Here's
knows,
another one.
He's seen
he
some
definitely
stuff.
was on the RPF at the Int Ranch. Let's put it that way. Mr. David Miscavige and Osa trying to cover this shit up. There was definitely and also I have footage. Oh, Chuck, you got to stay tuned to episode 10, A, B, C's and D's and E's and whatever's, because I got video footage of the Int Ranch of the old RPF of the base now that they've tried to cover up. Like, I mean, that they got demolished. They demolished everything, but there you'll see in some of the, and you can even show us like, you know, oh, maybe there's some things that I don't even notice in the footage. You could be like, oh my God, go to the, you know, whatever. Anyways, yeah. Okay. Sam,
maybe he can talk on the show a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be great.
But yeah,
the kids who did field duties. Oh, sorry. What?
No, I just have a lot of empathy for anyone that's been on the RPF. Because
RPF at the Int Ranch, holy Jesus balls, right? Wow.
At any org.
You're right. You're right. I know. Anybody, my friend said you should fucking like Serge Del Mar. He should have one of his merch shirts that say just simply like, I survived the RPF. And then that should be given to all the people who've ever been on the RPF.
I didn't realize he was on the RPF.
Serge Del Mar was on the RPF. Oh, damn. Go back to some of my episodes and go see his channel. Serge Del Mar on YouTube. SERGE. I'm telling the world too. SERGE space DELM capital AR. Serge Del Mar. You will find him there. Mwah. Okay, so here's the next one. Did the kids who did the field duties, one funny story I remember was the coyotes like to nibble at the watermelon and cantaloupes as Mr. Hobshide got a bear trap.
So that's the harvesting in charge, the German guy, right? I keep on saying that, but maybe I'll learn how to say his name.
You know why? You know why?
Habshide.
Let me tell you why, Sam. Because we would call him Mr. H.
That's right, Mr. H.
His name was too hard to say. And you know who else's name was too hard to say? Casavius Tabioian. And that's why
he was Mr.
I remember them trying to I remember this so clearly in my head. Little children's voices, including my own, going, Mr. Tabioian. Mr. Tabioian. And finally they're like, okay, just call him Mr. Tab.
Wasn't Dan Probilski?
Anyway, so yeah, Mr. H, Mr. Probilski, Mr. P, ended
Mr.
up
P,
adopting him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, so yeah, what he's saying is like the kids who did the field duties, right? One funny story I remember was but that makes me sad because it also reminded me of my dog Teddy, that when we were leaving got sent to the pound and nobody told us anything. We couldn't even say bye to our animals because they didn't want us to know what was happening to our animals when we left.
Yeah. I think for me, since we've hit the 3-hour mark I'm probably about ready.
We all are, Sam. Okay, remember the dog named Bear? Well, instead of catching, anyways, yeah. Yeah, anyways, there's a lot.
I'd be curious to hear more from Chuck.
Yeah, we're going to have Chuck on. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Okay, let's do 2 more minutes and that's it. I think we asked, remember we asked, we still need to watch the video, Sam. What do you mean? Oh, look at this one. Stephanie Estabrook, thank you so much, you guys. Very nice. You are delightful and bright, beautiful soul. I know they're talking to you, Sam.
Oh.
There's so many funny things, Sam. I feel like you should just look through this later. Aw.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do a quick thing. If I miss something, guys, I'm so sorry, and I love you, and I will get it all on the next one. That will just be easier for the next one. Look at how fucking 3 hours just went zoom bye in our brains.
Hopefully
yeah.
I'll have my like whatever's going on here, because I feel like maybe my Wi-Fi is not like up to par where I'm at. But anyways, I'll try to figure that out for next time I'm on here.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You actually, I think as long as I don't over bombard and think that your audio is great, then I pay attention to it, and then it's just I am missing questions, guys, and I'm sorry, and I love y'all. But I really want to end the video with showing the video that's gonna make us laugh a little bit, and kind of like, what the fuck, out of all this crazy ass work we were doing, we were somehow allowed to be able to learn like a dance of oh yeah, sorry, I meant to yeah, old guard Scientology. There's so many stuff. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, there's so much, Sam. There's so many comments and stuff, but I love you guys.
I'm curious
yeah, go ahead.
if Chuck was on the RPF, or if he was.
No, he definitely was on the RPF. He said we RPFers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm just showing you all these comments I'm skipping and randomly scrolling.
No, go for it. I think
as I'm slowly
comments.
Absolutely. And you're so cool, Sam, and I love doing this with you, by the way.
Thank you.
Wow. And Chuck had a program launched by OSA to ruin him back in the early 2000s.
Wow.
He would be great for you to talk to. Okay, good. So we're definitely going to do that. Obviously, we got this, guys. Chuck's going to be soon up on this Lara FM TV before we know it. We're going to end with this one because Cornelius seems to be very supportive and awesome. And then I'm going to show you guys. That's for us, Sam. Sam's lots of blob.
We appreciate you. Thank you, buddy.
So sweet. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. If you guys, let me just also show you. If you have any questions, if you have any email me directly. Lara FM music @gmail.com. Very simple. If you want to leave a message and just show your support, and when this Lara FM TV hotline show gets even bigger and more entertaining, we'll be able to play old sweet messages and things that you guys have left. You can leave them here. And also, this is the SP hotline, which means that anybody who has information that is needed or wants to get a hold of me, you can call me here and leave a message, and I will. Or if you know that I know somebody that you want to get a message to, but you can't call them or contact them directly, call this number, send a text message to this, leave me a voice message. I love it. I check everything personally. It's very private. If you want to be private, no problem. Love you guys so much. All right, let's go show this video. I'm going to pull it up.
Can I?
Yep, go ahead. I'm going to
if that's
find
okay,
it
just in case there's any new viewers, you know, Catherine, where is it? Catherine Spallino's book, you know, just check it out. Check it out. That's all. Thank you.
No, you're awesome, Sam. Thank you for bringing that up. I also have her book here, Reading Little by Little. That's just how I do it. Okay, I'm going to present to you. So we did this video. We talked about it, right? We already talked about it. We did this as a PR thing to kind of mold the neighbors and the natives and everybody in with Scientology. And look, the kids aren't that bad. Look, they made this. We're trying to make the elderly of their, I guess they're all family members of, they're the elderly of the
community.
Of the community.
Right.
So we were doing these PR videos, and at the time the kids naturally got somehow involved in river dancing and Michael Flatley, and like really upset. I got really upset. I'm still obsessed. I can clean a house listening to river dance Michael Flatley music, like live YouTube. I'll just have it playing and I'll be like, oh, I remember this part. Like, oh my God, it's so crazy. Anywho, long story, very way long or extended.
Well, can I say one thing? I think I was like,
make sure I can pull it up. But yeah, keep going. Yeah.
I think I was like a last minute addition. I remember it was sort of like you guys were practicing.
Are
and
you
then,
trying to like
No.
excuse yourself if you aren't that good or if you messed
No,
up?
maybe a little, maybe a little.
I think you
but
are.
no, but I'm being honest as well. Like I
I'm just
remember
being
it happened
honest.
like the day of.
No, I
I'm being
do
serious,
remember
though.
that. That's so funny. I actually forgot about that, but I do
Yeah.
remember that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so I have it shared, so I don't need that part. That can go down. Okay. I just wanted to, because this is just going to be great to watch.
This is gonna be funny as fuck.
All right. I had obviously the audio quality and everything's really bad. Oh, I wonder if you're going to be able to hear it. How can I make it so you can hear the foot? Oh shit. I didn't even think about that. Dang it. That's going to be so annoying. I wonder if I'm able to do it loud enough where you can hear it on my computer or if that's just going to be feedback. Okay, let's see. I'm going to play it. Can you guys hear it or no?
I can hear it. It's kind of shitty quality, but
okay, whatever. This is the only audio, but here you go. Maybe I can turn this. You can say it. Sam, mute your mic. Oh, I just... Let me know in the comments if you can hear it okay. That's me, obviously, playing flute. Sam, isn't this your headlining part?
Probably.
Right there.
I don't even know where I am.
You're silver right here. You're coming in the second row at the very end. Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here you come. Wait, I think you're coming.
I'm the little guy,
There you
right?
are. No, that's Josh Center. Right here, you come down. It's fine.
Right, because I didn't know the routine, you know, so I think I was just doing that, like.
I think are you standing out on the side?
I think so. Like literally, I didn't know the routine.
Wait, let's see. We're gonna find out here. Look at all these unorganized. Look at Jay Lewis.
Oh yeah. Sky Center.
Yep, Devonna Hawkins, Alex Nunn.
And Alex Nunn.
Jordan Shimmerhorn, Christina Webster.
Yep.
Gayla Gualteri, Colleen Anderson, Jonathan Rodil, Seagrin Johansson.
Brian Shimmerhorn.
Brian Shimmerhorn. Veronica Sojourn is in the blue in the back corner.
Oh, see, there's
San
me.
Francis
Okay.
and me. Oh my God, see, guys. Pop
like,
the brakes right here. This is me and Sam Francis. Wait, hold up, Sam. Look at this. Hold on.
Right there, the star of the show. A young Leo DiCaprio.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. What is going on here? Oh, so
I must have been sitting on the sidelines the whole time because I didn't know the routine.
Maybe you were waiting for that to happen. Maybe you were like, yes, you were up front. Look. That's why we couldn't find you. Because you were coming in right here.
Yeah.
Look, you're behind. Is this before or after? Shit.
I think I'm to the left. I'm to the left standing on the side. Right over there.
Right, but you're ready to, look, you're supposed to be my Michael Flatley, right?
Ready to make destiny, you know? I don't know what you guys would have done without me.
Gayla Gualteri, Jay Lewis. Yep, Belinda Delgerfield, Susie
Sky.
Plus, Colleen, yep, Sky Center. Oh, Michelle Delianibus.
Right.
Wow, oh my God, all these people I feel like are all my friends. It's so crazy.
You hear all the squeaking?
Yeah, Tim Hines is right there dancing in the far right. Oh, you missed him. Jordan Shimhorn, Devonna Hawkins, Alex Nunn, and then me and Sam right there. Fucking stars of it all.
Look at those moves, the way he glides.
I mean, just so
I feel like I might have stole your shine there a little bit. No, I'm just playing.
I think I was like, I need to get rid of this guy.
I need to break this guy's leg.
So funny. I mean, do we need to finish it? We have to, right?
Maybe. How long is it?
It's almost done.
Okay.
One more go. Look, it's the finale, guys.
She still got it. She still got it.
Look at it. Oh my God. Christina Webster. Flowers. I'm with. Oh my God, guys.
Brian, whoa. Are you with Brian Shimmerhorn?
I'm with Brian, guys. Oh my God, I have to back that up really quick. The guy
this is so
that I'm in the middle of the freaking circle with is literally a security guard currently at the Int Ranch base. I mean, at right there. Are we see that? You see that, right, Sam?
Are you talking about Brian Shimmerhorn?
Brian Shimmerhorn in the middle right there.
Right.
So he's currently a security guard and who is on the Scientology website that says how great the Int Ranch is.
Yeah.
He's currently a security guard, which means he knows so much fucked up shit. And he's currently security guard at the base, down in here in the AOLA. So anyways,
yeah, and another antidote for that thing is that website is they only have like a handful of people that they interview. And so it's like, oh, what about everyone else? Because no one else is going to say anything good.
Right. Because even the people that don't want us, that are under the radar, they're definitely not going to go on a video that says how great Scientology is. They're not going to do that. Yeah. Right. So they're like, no. Anyways, that's Brian Shimmerhorn right there.
He's always was a nice guy. in my opinion.
Yeah, it just sucks. I mean, a lot. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. We love you so much, Sam. Thank you so much for being here. What a great! I'm not even showing it.
That was fun to watch.
Dude. That was so fun to watch. Wow. Cray.
It's funny,
right?
Sorry. Yeah, that was amazing. At the start, they're like, "You want us to do it again?" They're like,
yeah, because
sure.
Andrea TC forgot to press record on the VHS.
Oh, okay.
And so then they were like, "Oh, we didn't," and they're like, "Maybe you can see if they want you to do it again." And so then I was like, "Okay, I'm like the leader of the dance." So I went.
Yeah.
That's why I yelled that. Do you want us to do it again? And then the old people were like, "Sure."
And were
So
you
funny.
playing the flute at the start, or was it more of like a prop? You were?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's
when
what I
would
thought.
I have had time to learn the flute?
Yeah. But you did
we
amazing.
only learned how to use the flute when we were learning the Tom Cruise song. Remember? I don't know if you remember that. A lot of cadets will. That's why I was like, that's the only thing we were like that I ever remember learning. Anyways, whatever.
And
I didn't learn. I was like, I stole the flute out of the bin and I was playing with it. It wasn't like, oh, I did a schooling that taught me an instrument. No, nothing.
Yeah.
I never did a course that taught me how to play music ever.
At the pack ranch, sometimes before Christmas, some kids would learn, like, play the recorder, kind of flute-like thing. And it was just for like a Christmas like show for the staff,
Yeah.
You glided across that floor like a gazelle. Like, I was trying to think of something else. No, but yeah.
I really was
beautiful.
Trying really hard to not be, such a tomboy. I was trying to really set the PR for Scientology.
Yeah. That was
so really
cool.
fun. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for being here. If you guys have not subscribed. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking it out for the 3 hours and 20 minutes we have been on here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are a blessing. We will be here soon. We've definitely got more videos and chit chats and pics to talk about. So this will be good. We'll see you guys soon. And thank you again. We send you off.
Somebody is searching for the right child. Somebody is telling you what's right. Now you're going to have to decide what you're gonna do the next.